Jake, I don't say that I have pet peeves very often, but I've found a new one this week, and it is this. When I'm watching football, there's especially mediocre announcers. They just randomly will say, of course, and then tell me a phrase or a sentence that there's no way I knew before. Where they'll be like, of course, his sister was the second runner-up for the gymnastics team in Bosnia. Of course.
You guys knew that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it just kills me. Like, of course, they are 16 for the last 17, passing deep, down the middle. I'm like, no, not of course. Just say the fact.
Just have a fun fact and don't be so proud about it. That's one thing that I will be honest, I've never noticed, but now I think I will start to notice it.
I think it's like specifically the more mediocre announcers, because we watched the Chiefs this Monday night, and Monday Night Football is so bad. They just have such bad things. But of course, his mother is known for her puppy chow making skills in wintertime.
Now, of course, Russell Wilson, when playing in the rain in the Eastern time zone, is 2-1.
Yes.
It's like not even a fun fact at the end of it. Like all these situations.
It's 2-1.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
So maybe that makes a difference. Of course, he did have a substitute teacher in third grade who once thought about owning a hamster. Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
Now, of course, Patrick Mahomes did take driver's ed with Mr. Lanning. Lamping. Of course. Of course. You guys knew that.
Anticipate the yellow. Anticipate the yellow. And we're going through.
To the end zone, of course.
Of course. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast. Correct opinion.
Oh, no, Brad, wrong podcast. Wrong podcast.
My bad, dude. My bad,
dude. Just mixing brands.
That's called a mashup in the Glee world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have been mashing up today, though. I started at Trey's house for the Trey Kennedy YouTube channel.
Yes.
Did that for an hour and a half.
Okay.
Shot 2 videos.
Okay.
We're talking Fireball whiskey.
Of course.
We're talking a non-branded video. And then you come. And then we're doing Gene Shorts comedy.
The real life version of Fireball whiskey came in the door.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up, boys?
Hey, there's Fireball.
Yep.
And then Derek comes. And D-Lock. And then now we're here as a part of the Ghostrunners podcast.
Here we are. So
thank you guys for listening to our podcast that we do.
Yes. It's exciting to be here.
It's one of our favorites.
Yeah. My favorite. I'll go ahead and say it.
It's Brad's sole favorite.
All-time favorite.
It's one of my favorite podcasts that I do. Favorite. Yeah, so appreciate you guys listening. I am back from another week of doing stand-up comedy shows with Trey. Only 2 cities, but 5 shows.
Wow.
Now, of course.
So 2.5 cities, 2.5 shows per city.
Now, of course, that's 2.5 shows per city.
Yeah.
You guys know.
Of course, he did 3 shows in one city, 2 in another.
Of course.
And of course, that one city that you did 3 shows in was Oklahoma City. And of course, the other city was St. Louis, because sinners need comedy too.
Brad, you're not going to like this.
No, don't say it. Then I don't want to say.
I would perform every night in that St. Louis venue. It was electric. It was crazy.
Why?
Just like,
no, it wasn't.
It truly was. It was like, it reminded me one time, like my junior year of high school varsity. Now, of course, it was varsity.
Of course.
Varsity basketball.
And of course, I was a point guard.
And of course, I was starting. Mm-hmm. No, but something happened like the main gymnasium. I forget what it was, but we had to move everyone into the Max Evans gym. Now, of course, in Trafford, Missouri.
That's like the B gym.
This is B gym.
I love it. And so it's just like everyone's on top of each other.
It's so small and it was so loud. And that was one of my favorite games I ever played, because the same amount of people, but packed on top of each other. And it was like I was playing in the Coliseum or something.
So you're saying that playing in St. Louis or performing in St. Louis is like performing in like a B venue, like a B- venue.
Of course.
It's
the Max Evans gym.
Okay.
It was just
awesome.
like everything, like there was a balcony to it. Like it wasn't a huge venue, but it was like I was performing in a living room, but with 500 people in my living room. It was just so intimate. It was so close. And
was that the one that you showed on your Instagram story?
Yeah, like running out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was an interesting venue, because like, it didn't look as big as like the Kansas City venue, but
definitely not.
But like it had a door to open up to go out there. Yeah, that's cool.
It was cool. Because so Oklahoma City, we did 3 shows there, and it was also not a big venue, and also coming off of like Kansas City, Springfield, like I'm feeling good. It's almost anything would have been a letdown, but also it's like these shows were sold out a year and a half ago, But 2 weeks ago, Oklahoma's cracking down new COVID policies.
Oklahoma did?
I know, which is not good for Oklahomans because they're like, whoa. This is not on brand for us.
Yeah.
So each show ended up being about 2/3 full. Each show is also just like it's distanced.
Okay.
It's just a little different vibe. So it was still fun. I had
what
a
do you
great
mean by
time.
Distanced?
Like I would say the balcony, it felt a mile away.
Okay.
But, truly it was like, probably 100 yards away from the stage. It's pretty far back there.
Okay. Yeah, that is,
Whereas St.
that is
Louis
really far.
was like, oh yeah, I could get a paper football flicked from them to me, probably.
Really?
I don't think I could go me to them, but I think they could go them to me. Paper football.
Okay, wow. What about a like one of those like balls, not a Nerf ball, but like a soft football that you would get like the dollar section of like
It's got like a bite taken out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't have great
It's not
velocity.
it's hard to throw a spiral with.
Yes. But it's like literally like smaller than your hand.
Oh, one of those.
Like, yeah.
Oh.
I'm not talking about like the squishy ones. Like
okay.
You could get that one there, it sounds like.
I was going to say, yeah, no problem. That's going to be close. I see what you're saying. It's close.
Okay.
What
about a ping pong ball?
Nah,
that's
couldn't
tough.
get a ping pong ball.
That's tough.
Yeah,
It'll lose.
It's not dense enough.
You ever been to a Ben Rector concert and he throws a Frisbee?
I've seen him do that on his Instagram.com, but I've never seen it live.
He did it one time in Manhattan, and it was amazing how far he threw that thing.
Really?
Like he was because he was performing on this big lawn at K-State, and there were people so far back. I don't know. I'm not going to try to exaggerate. Maybe 150 yards, let's say.
Okay.
Like I'm not trying to. I'll say 200 for the story. 200 yards, but it was probably like 150. But it was like uphill, and he's like, "Is anybody back there that wants to like catch this Frisbee?" And this guy's like, "Yeah, I'll catch it." And I'm like, "There's no way he's going to get it to him." He got it to him on like a frozen rope, like right to the guy.
Wow.
It was awesome.
He's got the wrong career.
Pretty much.
Look out, Brody Smith.
So yeah, if maybe next time you bring a
Frisbee. Let me see if I can get it back there. Not really good at Frisbee, but
it sounds like you would probably like decapitate somebody who was so close.
It's St. Louis, sure.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I'm not great at Frisbee because, I don't use beard oil or drink IPAs. I don't rock climb.
Those are the same things.
Yeah, they all go together.
Yeah,
I think. But so Oklahoma City, it was still fun. It was still like comedy. It was awesome. But I came away from Oklahoma being like, all right, I got some things I need to work on. Like I need to go like this week. I need to be better. Like this is not that great. I got on with St. Louis and I was like, maybe I just call Netflix directly. Maybe I just email them like, hey, it's time.
So it sounds like St. Louis is bringing some pride into your life.
Definitely.
I'm just going to try to just turn everything away.
I'm just, just anything positive. It's
sounds like Oklahoma City's keeping you accountable, bringing some humility into your life. Sounds like St. Louis is just pushing you towards Netflix, which is just a bunch of sinners. And so, okay, but you just killed it.
It was just a very confidence boost. I mean, I'm saying essentially the same thing every night, but it just feels just night and day different. So just very confident going to the next shows. But yeah, it was fun. Awesome. It was a good time. Netflix has not returned my calls, but still fun. There was trying to think of anything just real quick. In Oklahoma City, called up a girl. Her name was Reese. So I was like, oh, here we go.
Okay.
Should I go Witherspoon? Should I go? We got other options.
Pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Went pieces. Yeah. Brought the house down. Felt good about that one.
Did you?
Yeah. I was just like, I forgot. It took me a while. I mean, immediately I was like, what's your name? Reese. Boom. All right, we're going Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Kind of tough to think of things that rhyme with pieces.
Feces.
Yeah, feces.
Yeah.
Creases.
Nope, don't do that one.
Yeah, deceases.
No.
Yeah. There's not many.
No, I'll figure one out.
Imagine being on stage and Trey singing, and he's like, "All right, Jake, over to you."
Jake,
like,
take it away.
What rhymes with pieces?
Like Reese's. If you guys have ever been to the show, you know that's exactly how Jake sounds.
I always start to say her name. Yeah.
So
you want to know what I went with, or you have a guess?
No, I got it. You went with your Beauty and the Beasts.
Yeah, it sounds like you know what rhyming means.
Yeah,
you get it. No, I said it wasn't a great line, but I got to it. I said something like, "I want to start a family with you. I want kids. I want nephews. I want nieces."
There you go.
But tonight, I want to get some of Reese's Pieces.
There you go.
It was hot.
That was hot. She blushed.
Big time.
Big time. Hattie's like obsessed with learning what like words that rhyme these days. Like anytime she says two words like that rhyme, she'll be like, "What? Red and dead rhyme." And I'm
good
like,
for her, a little songwriter.
Yeah. So
yeah,
someday soon she'll be up there with you.
Beauty
guys.
and the Beast is in pieces.
Okay,
that's it, Hattie.
Pieces. That's good. You guys know. Hey. What would you guys rather have, nieces or pieces? You guys let me know right now.
I took a pill and a pieces.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Beasts.
Well, sorry, I went with nieces.
Beasts and Reese rhyme. Beasts. They do. I stand by it.
And then the second show in St. Louis, I came off the stage And Alan's a great hype man in general, but he'll give it to you straight. And he was just like, dude, he's like, was it just me or is that the best reaction you've ever gotten to like a line in the improv song? I was like, I felt so too, but maybe it's just St. Louis. That's the St. Louis inflation.
Yeah,
you know,
right. That's what they call it, the STI.
Get checked, you guys.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check out STI.
Yep.
They're really close there. It's intimate. It's intimate. They're really close. You can pay for football anywhere.
Not distanced.
Yeah. But earlier in the show, when I was doing my crowd work, I talked to this guy who's a retired math teacher. And so we do some jokes about numbers, whatever. Oh, dang it. I forgot I have a math teacher joke. I didn't say it. I talked about it on the podcast. I was like, dang it. Oh, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about yet.
I mean, this is months ago. I was like, I have this joke that I'm just going to save. This might have been a Just Jake episode, actually, now that I think about it.
I listened to all those, so
Thank you. Okay, so I was like, I have this joke that I'm going to wait to say. I'm not going to use it in my set. I'm going to wait until I talk to someone who's a math teacher. Dang it. I like set this up and then I forgot about it. So the joke is essentially like, oh, math. Like, I kind of had a rough experience with a math teacher. She actually, one day she told me that I was average. And I said, I thought that was mean.
Nice.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's like the joke.
Yeah.
And I blew it. I'm just realizing I blew it.
Hey, but maybe another time.
Maybe I'll save it. Dang it. I forgot. Anyway, I'm glad I remember now. But Paul.
If you're going to one of Jake's shows and you're a math teacher, wear a shirt that says, I'm a math teacher.
I will pick on
Jake
you.
Jake will probably pick you. Yeah.
And so anyway, that's like the setup, whatever. Also his wife's name was D. So you better believe I'll use that.
Oh, D. STD.
St. Louis D. Actually, I wanted to use it right away. I was like, I'm going to save this for like the final punchline and brought it back. But it's time to do the improv song. Trey unknowingly picks Paul's wife to sing to. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. And so then I had some line to close it. And it was just like, I don't have your digits. It's going to be hard to call. I'm not good with numbers. My name isn't Paul.
Oh, nice.
People liked it.
Yes.
It was fun. So,
that was the one that brought the house down?
Yeah, that was the line. I feel like people appreciated the cleverness.
Yeah.
That's St. Louis,
100%.
Really smart people.
They really do appreciate cleverness there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying everything you don't want to hear about St. Louis. You're like, really?
But I'm proud of you, so I want to be happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got lots more to say about things that didn't happen on stage, but Brad, what happened to you this week?
On stage or just in general?
Let's go off stage.
Okay, off stage. I feel like I've had a pretty... like lots of events that have happened, nothing like crazy, story inducing necessarily. I guess a big highlight for me. Yeah. STI.
Story inducing.
Yeah. I met some ghosties this week at the wood shop of elliscustomcreations.com.
They came to you.
They came to me. They have called into the show before on voice memo. Gabe the Babe.
Sure.
If you remember him, and Sebastian, his little brother. So Gabe is in high school. Sebastian, I think, is maybe middle school. Maybe he's a younger fella. And Gabe was in town for a soccer tournament.
Oh, here we go, Tigers.
Yeah. So his mom emailed me. Yeah. Like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, and was like, can you make this table for us? But it has to be the end of October. And I didn't really register why that was like such a big deal. And then I realized, they're not from Kansas City. They're from Denver, and they're coming into town for this.
Gabe's soccer team.
For Gabe's soccer team. So got to meet them, and that was really fun. We got to hang out for a while.
What kind of table they asked for?
They got, actually, this is a new one for me, a prayer table. And I had to say to her, she's like, can you make me a prayer table? I said, can you tell me what that is?
Like, what's a rundown?
Yeah.
Can you get a rundown?
And she sent me a picture. I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. I can make one of those. It's a pretty simple table, but it's like, I think they use it for their prayers of some sort.
Actually?
Yeah. I assume.
Well, I don't know.
On the bottom, I put their last name, and I put a Bible verse about prayer.
Okay.
So
extra cherry on bottom.
Yeah, that's right. And if I messed up, then no, they won't ever see it. No. But it was so fun getting to meet them. I think they might know more about our podcast than we do. Like, Sebastian, especially, I think he said he's listened to like every episode, 4 or 5 times.
Let's go, Seabass.
And no, yeah, Sebast. They call him Sebast. Which I think is great. Like, they go all the way to Sebast. Hey, Sebast. Like, so close.
Sebast. They throw the T at the end?
Yeah.
Sebast.
I think so.
Oh, that's funny.
Tell me if I'm right about that, Sebast.
I want to call him Seabass.
But he has, I think, a Kindle or some kind of like
e-reader.
Yeah, something like that, where he can only like have so many, like he only has so much memory. And so he's like, yeah, so I've only like gotten up to like 52 episodes or something. I was like, oh, so you've only listened to 52. He's like, no. I only have 52 episodes that I can keep on my Kindle at a time. Oh, and I was like, wow, dude, he's awesome. Like the kid was awesome. He made us, I forgot to bring it today. I'll bring it next week and show you, but he made us some artwork for our studio.
Right on.
It's GRKC. It's got Missouri and Kansas, and it's really cool.
I saw this on your Instagram story.
Yes, and he made it out of duct tape. Very impressive. They were all wearing Ghostrunners merch, and I was, saying like Gabe had the Vibes shirt on. I was like, Gabe, it looks awesome, dude.
Vibes.
And this is my favorite quote. Really, just a shout out to Ghostrunners.life and the website that you can buy all your Christmas gifts, because he goes, yeah, my mom always says I'm hard to buy for, but there's literally a whole website of things that she could buy for me and I would love them. And I was like, yes, thank you.
That's awesome.
So anyway, yeah, it was really fun just to get to hang out with them. Hattie, like they really wanted to meet Hattie. They were like, as they were getting to my house, they said they were talking to each other like, what are you excited to see? They're like, I'm really excited to see the fence. They're like, the fence. Yes.
Oh,
the fence.
The average deck.
Yes. They're like, look at that. That's a pretty good deck, man. Like, all these different things. They got to meet Bo. They got to meet Hattie and Catherine. So
dude, that's so cool. This podcast is kind of crazy.
It's
kind of crazy.
It 100% is. Like, it's crazy that I even like made money because of the podcast, like indirectly, you know what I mean? And I've done that so many times. I've like, shout out to all the people that have ordered cutting boards,
prayer cutting boards, non-prayer
prayer
tables.
boards. Yeah. P boards. St. Louis cutting boards.
Sure.
STCBs. don't go downtown with one of those. But anyway, it was really fun getting to hang out with them. I'm trying to think of anything else. It was just fun. It was cool to get to meet them and hear their story. And they're just really into the podcast. It's just it was like they came the day that you left for Oklahoma, but I think if you would have been in town, I was going to ask you to come over. And
just hang.
And Gabe was like, yeah, if Jake would have been here, I think I would have cried.
Oh, Gabe.
So I think we were just made their day.
We dodged a bullet there, Gabe. You're welcome. Didn't have to cry in front of your family.
Anyway, Gabe the Babe's the man. Shout out to Gabe, Sebast, Tomas. Mom is Caroline. And I don't know their sisters' names, but shout out to all of them. Scam likely. Let's answer that.
I got a phone call.
Hello.
Sutton, West Virginia. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Hello. Oh, tantalized me.
Yeah. Hi, hey. And then it's just gone.
Not a very good scammer.
Anyway, so shout out to the Fuertes. I'm sorry, Fuertes.
Which in Spanish means
strong
prayer. Ah, that was close.
I'm trying to think of how you say prayer. I know to pray is orar.
Spelled with an H?
I think so.
I nailed that.
Yeah.
Horchata.
Matcha.
Speaking of ghosties, they're awesome. Shout out to Ryan Wright.
Okay.
Met him and his dad after one of the Oklahoma City shows.
Yeah.
I could have talked to them for an hour.
Yeah.
I only got to talk to him for like 3 minutes. But it was awesome. Ryan's in our guillotine league, so that was fun too. Like,
okay, I knew the name sounded familiar.
Just talked football. Like, I knew specifically who was on his team already. Like, that's how obsessed I am with the league. I'm like, oh, dude, you got a big week coming up, whatever. You only got one quarterback, whatever. So it was fun. Him and his dad were just so awesome. He was decked out. You got shirt, hat, Ghostrunners merch. So
that's awesome.
They were just so great. It was really fun to talk to them, and they were so nice. And then also met some other really fun, not necessarily, I guess, they're ghosties, but they're special because. Okay. After
from St. Louis, apparently.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not like that.
Okay.
First show Friday night in Oklahoma City. I meet a girl afterwards and we're talking. We chatted for a little bit. She's like, oh, by the way, I need to let you know, like, if you remember like a year or so ago, you set two people up on a date in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
She said, I am the girl.
No.
And I was like, I forgot about that. Capitals Ice Cream. She's like, yes.
That's right. Did they meet?
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't remember like hearing much of like the follow-up.
I know. I don't remember getting any like, follow-up either. So she was like, yeah, we met and we both showed up there and he was like about 15 minutes late. Which, was a little bit of, I didn't know at first.
Can't do that.
But when he showed up, he said, sorry, I had to leave work early to be here. So then she was like, oh, now I feel bad.
Oh, that's a strategy. Anybody else out there? If you're okay with lying, that's a good lie.
Sorry, I had to ask my boss if I could be here. So then she was just like, it was just kind of funny because I was like, this guy, is he like is he on the verge of losing his job to come here? Like, did he just leave work?
What a story.
Does his boss know he's here?
Yeah.
And so we're talking about that, like, oh, that's fun, whatever. I think also that show I got to see Esther Kim. Which was fun. She was there.
Did she say, Jake? Jake, you were so good.
Something like that.
What?
She was awesome. It was so good to see her. And then...
So wait, there was no love connection?
No.
Sorry.
Second show in Oklahoma City that night. Third final show there. Then this guy comes up to me who I had seen in the front row. And I could also hear him yelling "on your feet" a lot during the show. And I was like,
Did he have a shirt that said, "I'm a math teacher"?
He did not. So he did not get called on.
Yeah, good.
He also seemed like a pretty big fan. No merch, though. Can we trust him?
That's okay.
Sounds like a guy who would leave his job early to go to Capitals.
Sounds like a guy who doesn't have enough money for his shirt. He doesn't have a job anymore.
Got fired a year ago. So this was Caleb, who also met up with Taylor at Capitals. So it's just awesome. They were back-to-back shows. I was like, dude, no way. I was like, I talked to Taylor right here 2 hours ago. Like, this is so funny. And then Caleb doubles down on maybe his already poor choice of leaving work early to go meet this girl. He goes, I was like, so whatever happened? I was like, Taylor didn't tell me much. She said she's dating some guy now. So I guess it didn't work out that great. I was like, but how was it? He's like, well, I mean, I had a girlfriend at the time. I was like, oh. He's like, I didn't want to let the Ghostrunners Nation down. I had to go. I was like, oh, you probably should have brought your girlfriend with you or something. You just went out to dinner or out to ice cream with this girl you didn't know because two guys on a podcast told you to.
And surely we thought he was single for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, why did we set Sebast? If you're listening, why did we set this up?
If this is one of your downloaded episodes,
no way.
That's
okay. What's up with guys going out with girls who are not their girlfriends?
What else are you referring to?
Brian with his wife's friend.
Oh yeah. Everyone always thinks she's my wife because we're always hanging out together every weekend. I take her out to dinner, and people just assume the craziest stuff. My wife's at home. Her husband's traveling. Andy's sick.
Yeah,
he's not doing well.
Yeah. It's a tough time for us. That's why we're out trying to forget.
Yeah. So anyway, it was fun, and Caleb really was cool, and he seemed like a big fan. And he was sitting in front row by himself.
That's bold.
I don't know where his girlfriend was. Maybe she found out about the ice cream.
Yeah,
but no, it was awesome. So great Ghostrunners listener or fans at the shows. Got to see Ty Gatewood, Alex Burney, a couple like really solid Kanakuk friends of mine that were there. Hung out with them after the show, which was fun. Shelby Clifton, my sister did gymnastics with her growing up. She was the one who I went to Yosemite with last year, who right when the sun set in the midst of the quietness started the slow clap. Yeah. Which is just an all-time move. Yeah. More people should be slow clapping for sunsets.
I like that.
It's good to see her. And then also coincidentally, a day later, Isaac had free tickets willing to give away to go to see Lainey in Tulsa. Called the Cliftons. Shelby denied a free ticket.
Why?
Just because she
doesn't enjoy good music, huh?
I don't know.
Why didn't Isaac go? Now that I think about that.
He was supposed to go with Eli, I think, originally. And then Eli couldn't go. So Isaac was going to go with this lady. And then I think he just didn't want to. So then Isaac goes from like spending money on these tickets to go with his brother to now this girl just has both tickets now. He just gave her both.
Oh, really?
Because, no. Whatever. There's so many details. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Okay.
Isaac didn't go. We golfed.
Okay. Yeah, you golfed for a long time with Isaac on Sunday.
Yeah, let's get into that. Actually, no, real quick. Okay. I need to tell a story about someone else that I met. Real quick, you guys love, I told you about, there's been a lot of quinkadinks in my life. I'll give you one every 6 months. Mm-hmm. This is the one for semester 2.
Q4.
Semester 2 of 2021, okay. Q4. Once upon a time, I am traveling in a limo for 80 days across the country. Ty Gatewood is one of the people there.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Has this ever come up on the podcast?
Not enough.
Not enough.
I really do think you should talk about it more. It's a very interesting thing.
It probably is. I was actually showing someone last night things about it, and whatever.
My mom?
And yep.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm getting awkward. Okay. Yeah. Let me. I gotta adjust the microphone. All right.
Oh.
All right. Me and the guys, we're in Las Vegas on a limo trip, and every dude pull it together. You love when I struggle with anything. I love it when, pronunciations,
man, rural, just anything that you just like are a little bit uncomfortable, not as calm and cool as you should be. All right, go ahead, Jake.
Okay, we make our way to Las Vegas. I think a couple days beforehand, we knew the date and time we were going to be in Las Vegas, so we let everyone know, like, hey, if there's any like LME Bought a Limo fans, we're going to be in Las Vegas this entire weekend. Come hang out with us. A couple people would come in and out of hanging out with us. And there was one night that we went to like a casino and we were playing games all night. I had a friend with me, Ty and Kyle had a friend with them. So we're already like preoccupied. And then I was also extra occupied because I found an Ellen DeGeneres slot machine. So I was like, this is meant to be.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was crushing it. I was like, this is so easy. I mean, they're just giving it away. This is so easy. The longer I sit here, the more money I make. So I was pretty dialed in on that. Didn't pay attention to like kind of the fans and people that were around us very well. Fast forward 6 months. I am in Australia with Grant Huderberg. This is the same trip where, Grant Huderberg has lied to everyone and told them, look, it's got to be a way better trip if you just don't let me see Spikeball. Just don't let them hear it. Don't let them see it. This is where if I talked about Mr. Brightside, surely I've talked about that on the podcast.
I don't know if you talked about it. Just mention it real quick.
We were in just about a week later, we're in New Zealand. Most beautiful landscape I've seriously ever seen. We're in this 15-passenger van, just driving through. It's so beautiful. South Island, New Zealand. Guy on Ox is just making poor decision after poor decision. And Grant and I are in the back, just like, do we say something? It's really ruining the vibe. And then to top it off, like we're already annoyed. And then here comes Mr. Brightside. And it's so not the vibe. It's just so not the song to play in that moment. Play nothing. Just let us enjoy this. And to top it off, on top of that, the song is over. He turns around, looks at all of us. He's like, what do you say we run that one back? Huh? Just did not read the room at all.
Like,
just
really
like
everyone else was into it.
Everyone loved this, right? More punk rock.
Yeah.
More alt rock for New Zealand.
Punk
anyway,
rock.
so it's the same trip as all that. But
gotcha.
We were just walking around Sydney, Australia, and almost literally bump into this girl. And she was like, oh my gosh, Jake, what are you doing in Australia? And I was like, hell, I'm just like with some friends. Like we're just on like a vacation. I know 3 of them. And
my dad owns them.
My daddy owns the lake. But she was like, do you remember me? And I was like, I don't know. And nothing is coming to mind.
Feeling.
Yeah, because I'm normally pretty good at this. But no, and she said, 6 months ago, I was in Las Vegas with my sister while you guys were like playing that Ellen DeGeneres slot machine. And I was like, no way. I was like, I remember our girl and her sister being there. I'm sorry, I didn't like talk to you like all night. She was like, yeah, that was me and my sister. And so I'm like, no way. So you live in Las Vegas? She's like, no, I live in Oklahoma. I was like, what are you doing in Las Vegas? She's like, we were just there the same time you guys were there. Happened to be in the same casino. We saw your Instagram post.
They didn't even know any of you?
They were from Oklahoma, so I think their family knew Ty's family, but they didn't know us.
But they weren't like tight with Ty.
Yeah, no, we were not friends.
Oh, wow.
And then, 6 months later, we bump into each other on the street in Sydney, Australia. And it was like, what are you doing here? She's like, I just moved here. I live in Sydney now. And then she lived right off the coast of what's called Bondi Beach. She went back during Corona times and back home and started this acai food truck company called Acai Bowls, which has been crushing it. If you remember about a year ago, Brad would subtly mention Acai Bowls quite a bit because the plan was for me to franchise this business. It was going to be an extra C-dink when it was like this girl I ran into now is like my business partner.
Yeah.
And then things got a little crazy. We started jean shorts. I started touring. I was like, I don't want to manage a food truck anymore. But there was quite a bit of work like happening. Like I had someone.
You were looking into a truck. Like,
yeah, I did a lot of research. Like I had who was the guy we called Daryl? Daryl's my truck maintenance guy. He had all these old FedEx trucks that he was like refinishing and resurfacing. And old roommate Greg's girlfriend at the time, Dual J's, was going to be like the girl who ran the truck for me.
Right.
All this was going to happen, and it was going to be this massive announcement. But none of it happened.
Instead,
but she came to see me perform comedy.
Oh, there it is.
And it is quite the coinky dink that we ran into each other at Sydney, Australia. So
that is cool.
There's a story.
Whenever I heard about the food truck thing, I was like, I don't know about this. But then I had acai bowls for the first time. And I was like, these things are life-changing. And so then I just got really excited about getting free acai bowls all the time from you.
I mean, I had one last week. Like I still love acai bowls. And I still think there's a massive market.
And the ones in Kansas City stink.
They're not good.
I mean, they don't stink, but they're not good. Yeah.
They're not great.
Yeah.
I've tried multiple just in the past few weeks. Like trying to find like maybe there's some better ones out there and I can't find them. So, smoothie bowls, yuck.
Well, what's the difference?
It's like soup.
Oh, really? It's like less.
Acai bowl's a little
thinner.
like, I don't know, there's a little like showmanship to it. It looks nice.
Oh,
it's like it's granola and then acai and then maybe more granola. Then,
it's like an art.
Yeah. And there's like sliced fruit on top. Smoothie bowl is just like, here's purple soup. Slurp it up, baby.
Oh, there's nothing on top?
No.
What?
What's the point?
No.
Yeah.
I live for the stuff on top.
Yeah. It's awesome.
In every aspect.
It doesn't matter.
No, but if anybody has the idea of starting one in Kansas City, we called it.
Dibs.
So you can do it, but you just have to pay us like 5%.
That's it.
10%. Well, final offer. So.
And since then, Bondi is crushing it. I think they have like 10 locations now.
But not in Kansas City yet. Called it. Unless you want to just give us 10%, and then you can do it.
And then you can do it.
10% of revenue,
and you'll be saved.
and you'll be saved, and you'll be saved. Okay, so can we now talk about Isaac's birthday?
Let's talk about Isaac's birthday.
Jake was a zombie by the time I saw him.
I don't know why I was so tired. Like normally I can like function on little sleep pretty easily, but I mean, granted, maybe it was just.
You don't know why you were so tired.
Well, it's like, yeah, I'd done a few shows the night before, and
I'd done 5 shows in like 3 days or 4 days, or whatever it was.
Actually, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay.
Say everything, like just factually say everything you did, and then say at the end of it, I don't know why I was tired.
Okay. Thursday night, I did a comedy show. Friday night, I did 2 comedy shows. Saturday night, I did 2 comedy shows. And then afterwards, I'll get into this story later. Trey has a good friend who happens to be in charge of the VIP section of this really big nightclub in downtown St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And so he hooked us up and we went there. Mm-hmm. And I fell asleep from 4 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. when I was dropped off back at Trey's house. Mm-hmm. And then I said, Isaac, what do you want to do for your birthday? I'll do anything you want. He said, let's golf. Mm-hmm. And so then at 8 a.m., we went and golfed. And then at 1 p.m., we had a separate tea time, and then we golfed again. Yep. And then we all went out to dinner, and then we went to the casino that night and stayed up late.
And then say the ending part.
Oh, and then at the end of all that, I realized I'm finally, it's time to go to bed. I'm so exhausted. And like, oh gosh, it's Sunday night. I have not uploaded anything for Ghostrunners yet. And then at 3:30 a.m., I was like, why am I so tired?
So I don't know why I was so tired. I saw Jake. Jake's like, yeah, we actually ended up golfing 27 holes today. And I got like 2.5 hours of sleep. And then Jake comes on the podcast a few days later. He's like, yeah, I don't know why I was so tired.
What was going on with me that day? I feel like normally sleep catches up with you like a couple days later. It was like immediately I'm so exhausted.
But you did 27 holes. I know that you ride in the golf cart, but still that's a lot of movement.
It's good outdoors time, but what a day though. What a fun day.
Yeah.
Gunnar golfed with us.
Tell me about it.
It was so fun. I mean, Gunnar just like, he doesn't golf, but he's a great friend.
Right.
It was fun to see people chest bumping on the green. That is something I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
How many like etiquette things did Gunnar break? Like what did Gunnar wear? What did Gunnar, like, did he yell when he wasn't supposed to? Did he talk during backswings?
He looked good. Oh, speaking of backswings, I mean, the first tee of the day, we have not swung a club yet at all. I'm about to like tee off. And so I'm about to like take like just a little practice, not even a full practice swing, but just like get loose a little bit. And for some reason, I think to check behind me, and Gunnar is like doing like the Chubbs thing. Like he is about to, like from Happy Gilmore, like he's got his hands out, like about to cradle my hips. He had quietly snuck up behind me when I'm on the tee box holding a driver. It's just like, you don't stand behind a horse. You know, it's like, you should know, don't stand behind the guy with the driver. Like he might swing it soon.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh, Gunnar, I about took your head off. He's like, what's wrong? You know, what's wrong, baby? You know, or something.
Not even phased.
Yeah, not even scared. Like, oh, my bad, dude. Just like, oh, it's all good. It's
doesn't
all
even
good.
like acknowledge like anything.
Oh my gosh. So I think from that point he learned, don't get close to the guy with the club.
Yeah.
But it was we were having so much fun. And then after like 5 holes, they split us up.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
But Scott probably venting to you.
Yeah.
Scott was pretty
I heard about
up.
it on Sunday night or Monday night. I mean.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we booked 2 back-to-back tee times, but then there were only 6 of us playing golf. So we're like, that will cover, like we all paid, and that'll cover, like, we're gonna do a 3-on-3 scramble. And it was great. It was so fun. We're making great time. Like, we're catching the people up in front of us. So we're like, all right, good. Because we were like, we don't want to slow anything down. And then this guy comes out and he's like, hey guys, we're gonna have to split you guys up. We're like, oh, how come? And he's like, we don't do groups of 6. It's like, well, we booked 2 tee times, and you know, we're not slowing the course down. Like we had to wait on the tee box. Like the guys in front of us, we're catching up to them. And he's like, well, rules are rules. And look, I don't want to be the bad guy, but you're gonna have to split up. It's like, it sounds like you want to be the bad guy, because he is
the bad guy.
You are the bad guy.
Yeah.
It was just a bummer. It seems the more and more I play golf, it seems like there is a stereotype of like white, older men, a little high on their horse.
You just figured this out about golf?
I'm starting to realize it more and more. It's just like a lot.
It seems like it's like kind of an elitist white sport. Now that I think about it,
I'm starting to piece a few things together.
Is it true? I think golf used to stand for gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. Is that true?
What? There's no way it used to stand for that.
I think.
No way.
Well, look it up.
I'm sure there was like, oh yeah, what's WNBA stand for? Women not basketball allowed? You know?
ScottishGolfHistory.org.
I would trust them.
A common misconception is that it's an acronym. It's a 20th century joke and definitely not true. So says Scottish.
But
I mean, that's Scottish history golf.
That's not a domestic website.
No, exactly. Anyway.
Well, so it was just a bummer. Like we were having so much fun. We're all like competing against each other. And then he splits us up. So now it's like just my team is against the other team. We don't really know how they're doing. They don't know how we're doing. And it goes so much slower now. If you know about golf. Yeah, because like now we have to wait until they're done until we can hit. So, and I think Scott said something to him when we got to like the 9th hole. The guy's like, hey, thanks for splitting up, guys. I appreciate it. And Scott's like, yeah, it's been slower since we split up. And the guy's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's how it goes whenever I have to be the bad guy. Good for Scott for saying something.
Yeah, we were all kind of like, can you like look outside of the rules though and like hear what we're saying? Like we are going fast. No one is catching us.
Yeah, I would have just said,
no.
I would have just said, if somebody catches us, can we then split up? Like, can we wait till that happens?
I think we might have said something along those lines. He's like, no. You know the acronym.
Yeah.
Go only. Go less only. Fast.
Yeah. Less than 4.
So that was the midday of Isaac's birthday. It was really fun. Me, Isaac, and Harrison, roommates versus the rest.
You guys whooped.
I think we lost.
What? Oh, because it's Luke and Scott.
And
and Gunner.
Scott and Peter.
Luke wasn't there?
Luke was not there.
Oh.
They did not have fresh yams. And then that night, went to the Nino with Isaac.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Went to the casino. It was a great time. Isaac was very loud. Did you notice that? I feel like he was just yelling the whole time.
Did you notice that?
I feel like every time like he was excited to say something, he would just say it a couple octaves more volumely.
A lot of high fives.
We had so much fun though. Yeah. It was
so fun.
It was Jake, me, Isaac, Luke. So
just the 4 of us.
So just the 2 guys that had been golfing all day, and the 2 guys that hadn't golfed all day at all. And Isaac had been to some casinos before that were 18 and over, but never been in Kansas City. He was excited. We went and played some blackjack, and Isaac did not do too hot. But Luke had never been to a casino.
This was great.
It's just classic. It's like, it truly is like, never go to a casino. The first time you go, you have beginner's luck and you think it's the easiest thing ever. And then you get roped into gambling and you go down a dark hole. So just be careful.
LukeHoagland.com right now is playing into every beginner's luck gambling stereotype you can like imagine. Like he is just like talking about it all the time. Like we're watching the Chiefs game. He's like, Argosie's only 15 minutes from here. And we all kind of laugh. He's like, no, seriously. Like I looked it up. Like it's only 15 minutes from here.
He's like, yeah, like
I would go. I'm just saying I would go. If you guys go, I would go.
Wait, you saying you would go? Like, I'll go. If you really want to go, I'll go.
When I was trying to convince him to come to the watch party, I was like, Luke, are you coming? I just need to know if to bring a deck of cards or not. Like definitely joking. And he's like, for blackjack?
He's like, yeah, we playing some blackjack.
Yeah, at halftime, can we play blackjack?
Or he said, like, we were talking about like watching the game somewhere, and he's like, well, they got a lot of TVs at the casino.
Yeah, and I think he was kind of serious. He's like, I mean, the casino has TVs. Any second we're not playing blackjack, we were losing money because you were guaranteed to win money.
Luke. It was just amazing how much Luke just won, and like was so confident, had some great catchphrases. He'd be like, what did he say? Bring it home
instead of hit me.
Bring it home.
Bring it home.
I love that. Okay, bring it home.
Bring it home right here.
Yeah, bring it home here.
Watching Luke's chip stack up was like a time lapse of like, if you invested in Bitcoin in 2006, and each chip is $1 million, this is how it would be today.
It was just so high up. Yes.
It was a time lapse of that.
And then meanwhile, Isaac's was like Enron. It was like like all the way down.
Poor Isaac. I mean, it was one of those things too where like if Isaac and Luke were just switching seats, they would have had vastly different nights. Like that's all it really comes down to. Isaac made a couple poor decisions, but for the most part, he was having some bad luck. Like multiple blackjacks, he is not getting money. He's having to push on or whatever. And then he's going through it. He's like doubled twice in a row and not one. He doubles again. He's got 11. Dealer's showing like a 5. Like, all right, you probably have an 85% chance of winning this hand.
And you put a lot of money on it too.
Yeah, you already had a lot of money on there. Dealer has a 20, so it's like, all right,
Isaac still has a good chance.
But if he's got a 10 under there, we're good. Flips it over, it's a 3, and just immediately Luke goes, "Oh, tray ball," which is so funny to us for some reason.
Because it was funny because like it was a lot was hinging on that for Isaac, and like we were really excited for him, and then Luke's just got this like trips up to his eyes. And so he like, there's like, of course he doesn't care if Isaac wins or loses. He's like, oh, tray ball.
Which is a funny thing to also say, just in the realm of blackjack.
Yeah.
Like a 3 is a tray ball. Just not using any like blackjack terminology, like using his own words for stuff.
And then we had this dealer. His name was Witchit. He's from Thailand. And for some reason,
Brad was like, not Wichita, huh?
Yeah. So you're not from Wichita? Yeah, we made some funny jokes about Witchit. But then Luke just goes, he literally, the exact words he goes, so Witchit, why Witchit? He's like, why is her name Witchit?
And Brad's like, why Luke?
I was like, what kind of question is that? So Sonya, why Sonya? Like you never ask that about anything except for if you hear like a different name. Like, why Witchit?
So Witchit, why, how come?
So,
and the guy was like, I don't know. My parents just named me that.
Luckily, Witchit was awesome. He was very cool. But
Dude, it was so fun. I forgot what it's like to just hang out with you in a group setting. Because let's say this night of blackjack happened 3 years ago. I guarantee you I would have been like, Brad, we got to start a podcast. Because we were firing.
Yeah.
Turns out when you drink soda and water, and that's all you have to drink, you could be pretty clever.
Yeah.
You can be
when you're on your game.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be on your game.
When you didn't turn 21 that night.
It was so fun. I mean, Brad and I are having our own comedy show on the side, and Stephanie was loving it.
And there was a guy in between us at one point for a while.
Us.
He was dying laughing.
Oh, he loved it.
I've never do this. I don't know if I ever will, but I almost told him to listen to our podcast.
Dude, I think you would like our podcast.
Like, dude, you're laughing at that Boston Red Sox accent that we were doing. Like, we do that on the podcast. Like, check it out.
Oh, it was so fun. I mean, pretty early in the night, Brad said something with just like a soft R to it or something. I was like, Brad, how you feel about the Sox not being in the World Series this year ever since he moved away? It is something to like allude that Brad used to be from Boston. So Brad just goes right into the Boston accent. Then he kind of leaves it alone, haven't thought about it for 5 minutes. And then Brad gets like a big, king or whatever when he needed it. He's like, oh, I haven't seen that since Ortiz in the series. It's like a weird Red Sox reference.
Oh,
it was so funny.
Do you remember the Alaska? Oh, I remember the Alaska part. So
we were firing.
So there was us 4 plus random guy in between Jake and I. And then there was this random woman.
Chicken farmer.
Yes. I did call her chicken farmer.
That was cracking me up, dude.
She was very serious. She was an Asian woman, like older, bigger Asian woman.
Like kind of curmudgeon.
Yes.
Woman.
Whatever. Should we say what she said? I won't say exactly what she said, but
chicken crap.
Yes. Anytime we were like, kind of like not really sure what we should do, she just goes, chicken crap. And we're like, okay,
all right.
I don't know what to tell you with that. But later on, she said that she was from Alaska. Like she grew up in Alaska.
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that? And then Jake and I just started spouting off some Alaskan puns.
I forget what led to it, but I made some joke that it was a little inappropriate, but whatever. She had said something that it was like a perfect setup for me to say something along the lines of like, I mean, Alaska, they do love their pipelines. And it felt like the right thing to say because everyone burst out laughing.
Yeah.
And then while everyone is still laughing, Brad's going, Juno, you guys. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just great.
It was
Juno.
Good. It was a good time.
I think we need to do some giveaway where like the winner of Ghostrunners gets to just sit at the table while we play blackjack.
Sure.
I feel very confident in our ability to like, that's better than any content we put online before.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm most fun at the casino, which I hate saying
because you're drinking water.
It's not like I'm very sober minded.
You're yourself, but it's so fun, and you always
what
like when you talk about counting cards.
Yes,
if you didn't know, you would think Brad is some Harvard grad. They're counting cards. He talks about counting cards more than he talks about like anything else of the game.
Well, that's the fun part because at casino, like if you ever watch a casino movie, you see 21 where they literally count cards in the movie and they get beat up for the casinos.
Don't do that.
Like everybody thinks if you go to the casino and you say you count cards, like some pit boss is going to turn around the corner and just start beating you up with brass knuckles. And it's like,
we need to talk to you in the back room.
And so I love joking around, and be like, hey guys, hey everyone, you guys, we're counting cards this time.
Everyone good? Hey, focus.
We're counting cards. Everybody, I'll be like telling the pit boss, I'll be like, hey, FYI, we're going to count cards on this one. And it's so fun.
You'll like wait until the pit boss is walking up to us. Like, guys, shh, don't talk about counting cards.
No one talk about counting cards anymore. Hey, no, we're not counting cards anymore. We're not counting cards anymore.
He's here. Christian's here.
I'll be like, hey guys, the cards are good. I've been counting them.
I would bet bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
I would bet bigger. And the dealers always just laugh. They're like, you're at the minimum bet table. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're not bringing the house down.
Oh, it's so fun though.
Oh, we just had so much fun. And I lost quite a bit of money too, but I didn't care. I had so much fun that night.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. If we did this as a fundraiser or a Ghostrunners event attraction. Like I would maybe want them to foot some of the bill just in case we lost early. Cause I don't want people to like, oh, they're done after 15 minutes. And I'd feel the pressure of like, okay,
I guess I have to spend more money.
Here's some more money that I might lose. So,
oh, it's just a great night. And the combination of first time Luke just being good at blackjack.
Which is
like, you're good at everything.
Luke. Yeah. I haven't encountered anything he's bad at yet.
No. Yeah.
He's kind of like you, but you can't sing.
Right.
So we got to find his musical.
We got to find
his version of that.
That was what the first thing Ty Gatewood said to me after the show. He said, dude, you sang. Because all the times at Kanakuk, I'd be like I'd bring him in. Like, I'll do the rap part of the song, but I will not sing in front of people, which I don't know why. I think I just wanted it to be a good performance. I was just like, I don't want to like people suffer through this.
Sure.
And now that it's comedy, it's great.
It's okay. That's how
he was very shocked. He was proud of me.
Yeah.
Fun day of Isaac's birthday. It was really fun. And yeah, I ended it by being in bed, lights are off, finally sleep. And then I'm glad I remember it was Sunday night. Or that's what I was like. I was like, oh no, it's Sunday night. I have to upload all this right now. But it was good. Got the episode out.
Thank you for getting the episode out.
We're good to go. Oh, it's all good. It's one of those things like, I can't be frustrated because it's kind of a pet peeve of mine to find people complaining about things that they self-imposed on themselves. It's like, I can't start a podcast. I can't believe in it. I can't like be diligent about uploading every week and then complain about like, oh, I gotta do this podcast.
I had enough time for 27 holes of golf, but I'm so annoyed at the situation. Like I just don't have any time anymore. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bothers me a lot when you notice it in other people. It's like, no one asked you to volunteer at this. So you're not allowed to complain about it.
I agree. It's like you put yourself in this situation. I get that way. Like that's one of my times where I get impatient with my wife because
Catherine,
which week is it? No, it's November. Yeah.
Yes.
Catherine.
Yeah. First trimester.
That's right. Maybe second.
I heard Catherine last night say first trimester.
17 weeks.
I don't know.
No.
She said something. She's like,
really?
Yeah. She's like, maybe. You were like, why haven't we been invited to play pickleball? And we were kind of talking, and she's like, "Yeah, you haven't invited your first trimester wife." I thought that's what she said.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Anyway, she's late sometimes, and it's like, yeah, it's because you took your time doing all these other things, and then she's running late, and then she gets like frustrated and mad and like antsy and like stressed, and I'm like, if you would just do your stuff earlier, like it kills me.
That's me. I'm so bad with time management still,
which is fine. It's not really fine. I don't like it when people are late, but it's better if you're not like super stressed and like taking it out on me.
Yeah, at least be chill about it. Be cool. I'm
like, come on, don't get mad at the kids because they're not moving super fast. If
we're all late,
yeah,
it's fine.
Anyway, before the casino, I participated in some very innocent fun with my family. It was Halloween that night, and
let me guess, you shot off fireworks.
No.
Dang it.
We tricked and treated.
Almost.
We went down to my aunt's house, who lives 2 streets away from Jake's future house.
Same public swimming pool.
I think.
Neighborhood swimming pool.
Yeah, the one I grew up going to. I think whenever I go to my aunt's house, I'm just going to, if I know you're home, I'm just going to get out of my car and just yell at you and just see if you hear me. I might text you and say 1 minute and you'll know. 1 minute.
Listen for it.
And then you get outside and I'm just going to yell, Jake! Okay?
I can't wait.
Okay.
Takes me back to the Stratford days. We'd have people honk by our house all the time back in the old days. Yeah, they're like, hey, say night at the triplets.
That's fun.
I need it again.
Anyway, we went to Aunt Cindy's house. It was really fun. It's always like kind of a interesting vibe because it's like my Aunt Cindy's family, but then Aunt Charlotte, who's like not my true aunt, also has people come. So it's like all these like
hodgepodge
cousins that aren't really my cousins that I'm not very close to. And so, yeah, it's just hodgepodge of people, but it's a great neighborhood to go down. Hattie was dressed up as Snow White. So then she like chose that. She's like, I really want to be Snow White. I was like, perfect. Catherine's, perfect. We already have this Snow White dress. That's easy enough.
Great.
And so we made Bo a dwarf and he looked awesome. He looked so funny. We put like some newspaper in his belly. It's like, give him a little bit of a belly. And we put that like one of those dwarf hats on. He was just running around all night. Once he figured out that he could just go up to houses and just people would give him candy, he thought it was like the greatest thing ever.
Well, sure.
So he was just sprinting around everywhere. And then Hattie's so fun because she like wears her heart on her sleeve so much. And so like literally she would get the candy and start like literally skipping down the driveway. And she'd be like, this is so fun. I'm having so much fun. And I'm like, yes, like I love it. I love that she just is like reflecting on it so quickly.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, it was just Halloween's an interesting holiday, obviously, because it's got different extremes of like the innocent kids and like this super dark like side of weirdness.
It
that
is
we talked
interesting.
about.
Yeah, it's kind of two brands to
yeah.
Halloween.
And it's really, I mean, I don't know if it was because if Halloween's a dying holiday, maybe it is a little bit, or if it's just like it was Sunday night or whatever, but there were so many houses in a row that like didn't have anybody doing anything, like just dark lights.
A lot of skipping.
But I put a video on my Instagram story of Bo, like there's probably like 20 of us in my family, like walking down the street, and Bo was kind of in the front of it and he was just kind of running and there's all these people behind him. And you know that scene in Hot Rod where they're getting ready to go like for that big jump, like kind of near the end, and they have like that like montage of them walking down the street.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. So I posted that song with Bo running on my Instagram story, and only like 10 people probably like got the reference, but those people were like, this is the greatest video of all time.
That's cool.
I just thought it was so cute. But anyway, yeah, it was really fun. I really like the Halloween tradition, and it's fun, you know, for what it is and keeping it innocent. I don't know. I think there's interesting aspects of like the deeper senses of Halloween. I don't know. Did you guys do Halloween growing up?
Oh, sure.
Because I know some people like just grew up not trick-or-treating at all.
Really?
Like, especially if they're like out in the country or something. So how would you do that?
I only remember trick-or-treating pre-Stratford, like when I was very little.
Okay.
And then I think once we moved to Stratford, I don't know
how
what
old
I
were you
did.
when you moved?
10.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of...
It was a nice age, yeah. It was about time. No more
Right.
holidays.
Yeah, you don't want to be like the punk kid that's like
I still
14.
Yeah.
Hey, trick-or-treat.
You check your kids' candy?
No.
Yeah, there's no way that's ever true.
Maybe-
There's razor blades and poison in the Kit Kat.
Yeah, probably once there was.
Probably once.
One kid in our group, like I said, he's not really like related to me. I don't know how it works, but anyway,
Runt.
his name was Wesley. Wesley got a little packet of butter in his.
Oh, okay, Wes.
I don't know how that happened, but like literally, it's like one of those pieces, like things of butter you get like Panera or something for your bread.
Oh, like an
Or, you know,
individualized,
like a cafeteria butter or something. Yeah, it was really funny.
just to sweeten up one treat of his choice.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts maybe. You know?
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
but yeah, Halloween was fun.
Trick or treating, that's great.
I'm excited for November. It's the best month of the year for multiple reasons, but
There's a pretty hilarious day coming.
oh my gosh, I can't wait to laugh. Can't wait to laugh at that day. So anyway, yeah, it was good times.
I got a few stories for you, Brad. Do you want, let's call it bathroom, Uber, or Dylan?
Bathroom. Yeah.
It's Friday night. As mentioned on the podcast, the one rule of the tour bus is do not go number 2.
It's a tour bus, not a oneer bus. Wait, no. Yeah.
Oh, another part about the bus is like, I guess everyone the whole time has not been brushing their teeth on the bus. Only been me.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
I'm the only one who's been brushing their teeth with the bus water. And guess what? I'm not stopping, baby.
It's just not potable water or what?
Yeah, it's just not clean, I guess.
Okay.
I feel fine. And I still haven't got COVID. So I'm doing something right.
How much water are you swallowing when you brush your teeth anyway?
There's not much.
No.
Trace amounts without a trace.
That's right.
Anyway, so I guess one of the rules is don't drink the water. And I guess the other rule is don't poop. So that's never really been an issue. 3-4 weeks into touring. But Friday night, it is becoming an issue a little bit.
Which one?
Number 2
Okay.
of the tour.
Okay.
And not a huge issue. Not like this needs to happen right now, but it's like, I'd rather do it now than find a place in the morning. And then as I'm debating it, I feel like it's one of those psychosomatic things. Like my stomach knows that my brain is thinking about it more. So it's like, oh, are we thinking about it? We can get it ready. It's knocking.
Were you thinking pooping?
Yeah, it's knocking on the walls. So the more I'm thinking about it, more like, oh yeah, yep, this needs to happen. So I'm like, Tom, do we still have venue access? He said, no, they shut it down. I'm like, all right.
So you haven't moved, you're not moving yet though?
No, the bus is stationary. Trey and Alan are out like with their like, or no, I think they were already asleep. Well, they're somewhere. It doesn't matter. Just me and Tom chilling, listening to Pink. And so I'm like, I'm looking on Google Maps, like, oh, there's a Taco Bell like 0.3 miles away. On Google Maps, it says dine in, green check mark. I trust it. It's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Make the walk. I make the waddle over to Taco Bell and open the door. It's not opening. That's what that sound was. You guys know. He's ding, 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 ding. It's like, oh boy. And then it's like, brain has gone into slightly, like, now it's urgent B.
Dude.
Stomach now knows it's urgent B.
Dude,
Look to my left, caddy corner, McDonald's. Lights still on, people in the drive-thru. Maybe it's open. Don't even have time to check Google Maps. We're speeding up the wobble. Going diagonal now. And of course, McDonald's closed. ding, ding, ding. Can't open. So now it's like, I need something soon.
I'm just imagining your Waddles. How wide are your feet? What kind of stance you got?
It's like kind of wide and also like kind of a jog. Like there's like air above. Like it wouldn't count in the like Olympic speed walking. Like both feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not both on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also it's crazy like how like my mindset, like I became like kind of like criminally like I had a kind of a criminal mindset. I was like, if this Baskin Robbins is unlocked, like I'll go in here. Like I will break in right now.
Sure.
I won't take anything. I will use the restroom. I will clean up after myself and I will get out. So I was legitimately trying to open doors of closed businesses. I was like, just what, God.
You were just like going through a strip mall basically? Like,
yeah, just anything.
Oh my gosh.
I just walked through like, God, if you love me, you will unlock one of these doors. No, but I'm making my way, like I see on Google Maps, like on the other side of the highway, there is a gas station that looks like a quick trip of the south.
Other side of the highway?
Other side of the highway.
Did you tell Tom that you had to go?
So I told Tom what I was doing.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Was I wrong? So then I'm going under the overpass. I'm going through an underpass.
Mm-hmm.
It's something's about to pass under me.
You.
Yeah. I don't know how much you know about interstate underpasses. There's some people who live there.
Yeah.
And it was scary.
Yeah.
I think I can just objectively say it was not a fun place to waddle through. And just like kind of barking at me was the right word. Just like not saying anything super offensive or mean, but just like definitely wanting attention from me. Like,
really?
Hey, where are you going? Hey, where are you going? What are you doing? You know, it's like head down. I'm just going head down, waddle. So it's not fun.
Turtle out.
I get to the gas station. And
gas station is a good call.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's a safe bet.
Exactly. I was like, this is like, I'm not worried about this. Like, this will be great. What I didn't factor in is I go into the men's room and we've got only 2 stalls and there are feet under each of them. So I'm like, oh boy.
What time of night is this?
12:40, I would say.
Really?
So shocking for
Active
that time of night.
Bathroom.
Active bath.
Yeah.
So, and one set of feet is where they should be. The other set of feet and the handicapped stall is like orientated not the way where you're going to the bathroom. I don't know, like there weren't other sets of feet, but I just don't know what was happening. Like it was like facing the wall, not where the toilet was. So I was like, I don't know.
Facing the wall?
I kid you not, it was like, I don't know.
Adorning the architecture of the bathroom.
I don't know what was happening. I didn't stay in there very long. I stayed in there like about 30 seconds. Like maybe they're almost done. I'm like, this isn't fun. This doesn't smell good. I don't want to be in here. So I leave. I'm just kind of waiting outside. I would say I wait 3 or 4 minutes of just like distract myself on my phone. Just like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. And then I'm like, maybe I saw something. Let's go back in. Double check. Yep, definitely still 2 sets of feet in there. I come back out again. I wait another couple minutes. And then I go to the gas station attendant and I'm like, hey, this is kind of a weird question. Do you guys have like an employee bathroom that I could use? And he's like, nah, man, I'm sorry. Like that's like what I use in there too. I'm like, okay, all right, no worries, whatever. Go back, wait another couple minutes. I'm like, it's now or never. It's gotta happen.
Urinal time.
I'll tell you what time it is. Women's bathroom.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I had to gain some confidence to do it. And also like, all right, I've been in this gas station probably 12, 13 minutes.
Sure.
Not a single woman has come in yet.
Sure.
I feel pretty good about this.
Okay.
I wait till the gas station attendant turns his head away. I make a dash for it. I'm in the women's room.
Make a waddle dash.
I'm behind enemy lines and it felt so wrong, but boy, did that feel good.
Did they have a couch in there?
No couch. Ton of candles. No, It actually did not smell great. It was not pleasant. But get in there. We're getting after it right away. And I kid you not, it was like out of a movie. As soon as I get in there.
That was the door opening.
Oh, okay. We have 2 women come in the bathroom. I'm like, oh boy.
How many stalls?
Oh boy. Thankfully a lot. There's like 5 stalls in there.
Oh, big store.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of stalls. And I'm just like, it felt so wrong. Like, I don't think anything I'm doing is necessarily illegal or creepy. I don't know. It's just like, I had a job.
That seems like it's borderline illegal.
Maybe it is.
It's less illegal that you were in there first though.
Thank you.
Right?
It's my domain.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
And so it just felt so
Did
wrong.
you like lift up your feet a little?
I didn't. So it was like this weird, it was like, am I giving anything away from the shins down? Am I a woman?
Yes.
And I'm like looking at
Your
myself.
shoes.
I'm like, these are asexual shoes. Or that's not the right word. These are
bisexual.
Unisexual. Unisex shoes. But what I did, this is so funny. Let me demonstrate it with my shoes. It was actually these shoes.
You got some pretty hairy legs though.
Well, I had jeans on.
Okay.
In the jeans, I made sure I was like, let's have the jeans go all the way up.
Okay.
So what I did with my shoes, I was like, ooh, I think I can sit more womanly. So this is how they would normally be.
Flat feet.
I went in like this.
Oh.
Doesn't that look how like a woman would maybe go to the bathroom?
And you heard somebody say, is that Oh, never mind.
Oh, I saw the toes.
Okay.
If you can't see on YouTube, I like pointed my toes in really cute, like
very cute.
I was sitting like that.
Those are the most manly unisexual shoes I've ever seen in my life.
I think women can wear Nike Air Maxes
with like
brown spots on them.
Yeah. Okay. My question is, do you think that they could tell by your sniff? If you sniffed, would they tell if it's a guy or a girl sniff?
All right, you guys close your eyes. See if it's a guy or a girl.
Let me imagine a girl you sniff.
Imagine my feet also being pointed inward. Okay.
That's a man sniff.
Really? You can
That's
tell?
a man sniff. You try. Right?
Okay, let me close my eyes.
I'm going to try to do a women's sniff.
Thank you. I think it could be a woman. Yeah. I was imagining Katie Kennedy, and I was like, I think it could be her sniff. Okay. I could see her sniffing. It's a very reasonable possibility.
But not a sneeze. Sneeze, you're done.
Sneeze, I would give it away.
Sneeze,
a lot of testosterone on my sneezes.
You're done.
Yeah, I mean that you can't clear your throat.
Do you think if you wiped, you could wipe in a feminine way? Because like a lot of men when they wipe, it seems like they're just trying to like rip the like toilet paper off the wall.
I gotta be very delicate.
You know
like instead of like using the machine to tear it, it's like I rip it myself. That seems like something a woman might do.
You take some scissors and cut it.
Like cool scissors, like that make a
design.
design.
I don't need 2 plies. I'll just do 1.5.
I'll cut it in half.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just like
so then you just
agony built on agony. Well, like as agony is going away, more agony is coming in. It was tricky.
Okay,
you get it.
Yeah. Logistical question.
Sure.
Had you done some of the deed at this point yet?
I'd say we were in stage 2
because I know it was apparently like we learned a couple weeks ago that it takes you multiple different pushes.
Trey and I bond over that. Yeah.
Ready to push?
Let's take our time. Yeah. I'm not in a hurry. But I should have been. And I was trying to be in a hurry. I did not want to be in there. But once women come in, I mean, the Hoover Dam broke. Now we got more women coming in. I'm like, where are these women coming from at 12:45 at night to the on-cue bathroom right off the interstate? And so then I just got to wait it out. It's a waiting game right now. And then it was really scary. Like, all right, they've been coming in like intervals, like every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do I make a dash for it now? There's no way of knowing. I'm trying to like hear so well, like, is anyone walking? Is it sound like there are any footsteps coming towards the bathroom? And I had like a plan in mind. Like if I get caught, I was going to pretend like I thought they were in the men's room. I was going to turn it on them.
Oh, okay.
Like, so if I happen to run into them as they're coming in, I was just going to be like, oh, I think you're in the wrong restroom. And then let them be like, actually, you're in the wrong restroom. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I had a couple Dr. Peppers earlier.
Here's what I would have done.
Okay.
I would have gotten out of the stall and immediately started walking backwards. And then if they walked in, it looked like you just walked in as well. And then you go, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
I just realized it when you walked in.
Yeah.
I was like, man, where are all the urinals?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would just be like, oh. I know you didn't see me walk in right before you did, but I did.
I did. And I mean, I'm sure the sniff probably gave it away. So anyway, I pooped in a women's restroom.
Wow.
Public women's restroom.
Congrats,
with women
man.
all around me. Had Charlie all over me.
Wow.
Napalm underneath me.
Charlie all over me.
It was weird. I would not recommend it. It was a weird sensation.
That's just a tough. I don't like the idea of not having a home base for my toilet. Like even if it's a hotel room or something. Like I don't like the idea of like not having a home. Kind of like you told your story on Patreon with the Austin stuff when you just like didn't have a place to go.
Yeah.
It's just a really bad feeling to like not have a place to like just find some kind of comfort when you're out. So it's like obviously you have the tour bus, but it's like, but I don't have ultimate comfort there.
Yeah, seriously.
Know?
And if the gas station wasn't nearby, I don't know how, like I would have had to Uber to.
You would have gone back to under the overpass and said, how do you guys do this?
Oh, that was another thing. So at this point, I have unleashed the beast. I'm feeling good. I sprinted through that underpass on the way back. Seriously, I was like on the hop. I was like running back. I was like, I don't have time. I don't want to make conversation. Really? I don't want them to get their hands on me. I am running back.
Wow.
And it was pretty cold.
Yeah.
And I was light on my feet, quite honestly. I felt good.
Yeah.
I was like, let's get a little jog in.
Dang, dude. That's pretty funny.
Tom was like, dude, where have you been? I was like, I've been through it, Tom.
Let me tell you, Tom.
I've been through the gauntlet and back.
Thanks for not helping me out more, man. Just open up the venue next time. That's great.
So that was kind of a little fun story. Something different.
I have a fun story.
Fun story.
I think I can make it fun. So right before Sebast and Gabe the Babe were coming.
Sebast.
And Tomas. So Catherine and Hattie had gone to a doctor's appointment for her because she's pregnant. I was about to like try to be like coy about it. I don't have to be. We're having a baby, guys.
Love that Scott Peck found out through the YouTube comments.
I felt bad. Catherine felt mortified. Like she could not have felt worse. Yeah. Like I was like, it's fine. Like he doesn't care that much.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel so bad.
Oh,
though.
it's okay.
Like, no, Scott's not offended by this. You shouldn't be. So anyway, they were at a doctor's appointment because she's pregnant. And I was staying home with Bo because Sebastian gave the babe were coming. Bo was napping. And earlier that day, I'm so proud of Catherine. This should be a shout out, but I don't have it written down. But shout out to Catherine. She has gone so far. It's November 3rd. She has not turned on the heater yet in our house.
My
and
goodness.
It's getting cold.
Why not?
Because
turn it on, Kath. It's freezing.
Okay, maybe I should take a caveat. She has turned it on for the back half of the house where Bo and Hattie, like we have 2 different heaters, but I'm so proud of her. It's like, it's fine. It's like, yeah, it is pretty cold.
I would never.
I know you wouldn't.
You're allowed to be comfortable in your own home. It costs what it costs. Jane Levinson style.
Hey, well, whatever. I'm still proud of you, Catherine. Keep it up, baby. But we have a great fireplace in our house. We love our fires.
Great fireplace.
And so she asked me to make a fire for her that day. And so we had been having a fire going the whole time. It was nice vibes. It was great. And oftentimes what I'll use for firewood is just like scrap pieces from my shop. And scrap pieces are like the wood I use is very dry because that's what you need for furniture. And so when it's dry, it burns super well. And so it's awesome for fires and everything. And so right before, Sebast gave the babe Tomas.
That name, dude. Okay.
Sebast gave the babe Tomas. We're supposed to come in 3:45. At like 3:43, I was like, I'm just going to throw the rest of this firewood onto the fire. And then I'm going to take the crate that it was in. I'm going to take it back to the shop. Refuel. Yeah, basically. I'm going to take it back to the shop. Actually, I wasn't refuel. I was kind of like getting rid of, didn't want it in the living room anymore. And so threw probably like 5 or 6 pieces of like oak on the flames.
Okay.
And that was a mistake.
I made a terrible mistake.
I came back and it looked awesome. Like literally like I like went up and filmed it and I was going to put it on Instagram because it sounded great. It looked great.
Good crackle.
Yeah. And it wasn't much crackle. It was more just like super flame.
Like a big blowtorch.
Yes. Like, and all of a sudden as I'm filming it, I just hear like something, it sounds like, the sound when like the string from a flagpole hits the flagpole, like ding, ding, ding.
Dude, that's I know exactly what
you know
it
what I'm talking
like.
about?
Yeah, we had a flagpole growing up.
Like all of a sudden I'm like, what is that noise? It sounds like it's outside. There was like a few of noises and then like it kept happening over and over. And I was like, I better go check out what that is. And the noise from the actual fireplace is like bellowing deeper and deeper.
Okay.
And I'm like,
this is getting me excited for homeownership.
And so I go outside and I look up at my chimney. And as I'm looking up at my chimney, there's this neighbor or somebody, I don't even know. He's like some good Samaritan angel guy was like, hey man. I was like, yeah. He's like, I was like, what's that noise? He goes, that's a flames. There's a fire coming out of your chimney.
No way.
And I look up and the literally it's like blasting up my chimney.
Out of your home.
The fire was like so strong.
Olympic torch.
It was, yes. I mean, and I didn't know what to do. I was
blow it out.
Yeah. I was like, and I was pretty chill with him. I was like, okay. He's like, all right. And he just left. And luckily it was raining that day because there was like fire and then like fire was shooting out ashes from my chimney.
It was, I can't even imagine a flame.
Yes.
What is that? 20 feet tall?
Yeah.
Out of your chimney.
Dude, I have a video of it. I'll show it to you.
Oak is no joke. If anything, what this says to me is Ellis Custom Creations uses great wood.
The best wood.
The best wood for anything.
The best wood.
Cherry on bottom.
That's right. That's good. And so then I go back inside, kind of trying to figure out what to do. And all of a sudden I hear the smoke alarm go off. Dee, 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 or, beep, beep, beep. And then I learned that the smoke alarm right by Bo and Hattie's room is a different noise. And it just goes, burn. Oh. And
Sebast is on the way. 1 minute out.
Literally 1 minute away. And I'm like, what do I do when they get here? There's flames flying from my chimney. And then like, as that's going off, I hear Bo like just freaking out, of course, like crying.
Bo, not now.
And so I walk in and get him, and Bo is doing this thing. Like I told you last week, he's been doing the head nod thing.
He nods.
He's also doing this thing where he like just mumbles things and then goes like this. Like he shrugs his shoulders. He's like, da 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 da. And so I walk in and he like stopped crying and he just goes, da da da. I was like, I know, I made a big, huge fire.
It's a 20-foot flame.
And so I'm like, pick up Bo and I'm like running all around the house, like trying to figure out what to do. I open up some windows. I turn off, like I press the button on the smoke detectors.
This is awesome.
And then eventually I just go and take some cups and just throw it on the fire and just like
Cups of water? Or just cup? Just
just plastic, styrofoam, whatever.
Whatever it would take to
You should see that styrofoam fly out of there. Different colors, man. No, just threw some cups of water on it, and it smoked up more in our living room. But but luckily, Sebast gave the babe and Tomas were a little bit late.
Thank goodness.
Or else it would have just been pandemonium.
Oh, that's hilarious! You had flames coming externally out of your house.
It kind of traumatized me a little bit, because I love fires and I love getting them blazing. And I know, on Monday night when you guys all came over for the Chiefs game, I kept that fire pretty tame compared to what I like doing.
That's true, actually, now that I think about it. It wasn't nearly roaring like an Ellis fire normally is.
Exactly. So now I'm like, I don't know. How close have I gotten before?
Separate Ghostrunners giveaway. Our grand prize is blackjack with Jake and Brad. Silver prize is get to enjoy a couple hours in the Ellis living room with the fire going.
You like that?
It's nice.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Also, how big was the fire on the inside? If you have a 20-foot flame and it's got to be pretty massive to look at in a fireplace.
Let me pull the video.
I just can't even imagine something.
Yeah, it was
that big.
So little poultry of the week is my microphone's messed up, and so the sound isn't perfect on it. It kind of goes in and out, so I need to get a new phone.
That's a good poultry. My phone's been giving me poultry as well. Dude, all my texts right now say tripletjake@icloud.com.
That's a poultry.
Yeah.
Also, Hattie just recently learned how to take pictures on my phone, and so there's so many she loves showing. She'll be like, "Yep, that's the paint bottle, another paint bottle, another paint bottle,
the cap of the paint bottle,
red chair, twig, stick I found on my walk." She loves it. So
I took a picture last week of Hattie taking a picture because it was awesome. Her tongue is out and she's standing right over it. It's so cute.
Oh yeah. Okay. So look at this flame, baby.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
Yeah. This seems like something that would be going 20 foot in the air. Is this footage from California wildfires?
Dude. Yeah. I took this right before all this happened. Why isn't it loading?
Poultry of the week, iCloud. Oh my.
I mean, it's just flying. It was just getting started. That's the thing. I was like, well, because the thing about dry wood is that it burns quicker. And so
it's this will be done soon.
Yeah. It did not get done soon.
That looks like something troubling.
Yeah. I'll post on Patreon. But anyway, it was just man.
I don't know why that's such a funny story, but it's just so out of control.
Honestly, I almost didn't tell it on the Patreon because I was kind of embarrassed, what an idiot you are for that's one of those Steve Triplett,
chicken crap.
What an idiot. Yeah. Oh, chicken crap.
That lady was not fun.
She wasn't. And she made so much money. That's what was also frustrating. Is
yeah, she bet $500 on a hand and barely won. She shouldn't have.
Yes.
Yeah, she made some silly decisions.
Anyway, almost blew up my house. But besides that, made a prayer table.
Made a prayer table. Yeah, you said business has been good lately.
Business has been crazy good. It's awesome. I think if I play my cards right, like LukeHoagland.com does, I think I could have one of the biggest months ever.
Here we go. So good November.
Yeah, it's going to be a good November if I hunker down and do all my stuff. So
sweet.
Yeah.
And it kind of works out probably for your sake too, that Trey and I are gone a lot of November.
I know you guys were talking about that earlier and I was in my head. I was like, that's awesome.
That's good. Hey, take it easy.
Great.
Take it easy. One video a week is fine.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You did great today. We shot a Gene Schwartz video today. Brad was the husband for a future video we're going to do about parenting.
Yeah. Thanks.
Brad was the wife.
Yeah.
Trey
was the wife.
Trey was the wife. I shot a few different things on my phone. I think I might put one on our Instagram, one on Patreon. I don't know. There's some good stuff. So
that's always fun. Yeah. We the first Gene Schwartz video we ever released was the first and second pregnancy. And so we're like, let's go back to that first and second kids.
Parenting your first baby versus your second baby.
Yeah. So, and I had lots to contribute to that. So anyway,
are we doing shout outs this week?
If you want to, I got some.
Let's do shout outs.
Okay. First shout out for me is shout out to Bonnie. I've been getting emails. bls30@gmail.com is my email address. And I get all these emails saying, "Hi, Bonnie, have you received all my last emails? You're still eligible for this thing." It seems like it's a scam.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know.
The consistency.
Hi, Bonnie, you may be approved for a few different programs.
Okay.
It's from Turbo Debt is where I'm getting all these from. So shout out to Bonnie, who's missing all these emails, but I don't know what your real email is to forward it to you.
Shout out Bonnie.
Shout out Bon.
Check your Bon. Shout out to my Uber driver in Oklahoma City. That's what city I was in.
Okay.
Alan and I are about to go golf. So we get an Uber XL because that's what you need
for the golf carts. I was like, look at you.
And she shows up. She goes, "Ooh, golf clubs. That's going to be tough." Which pretty sure Uber drivers, they know, they can see where you're headed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, no, they can't. They can't. Not until you get picked up, I learned.
Oh, okay.
Because that way they can they would scream.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
Either way.
Long story short, Harrison had a coworker who was Ubering one time and accidentally, for his not accidentally, but his last ride right before the end of the night, had somebody that wanted to go from Kansas City to Columbia, Missouri, which is like a 2-hour drive. So anyway, go ahead.
Bottom line, if you are Uber XL, I feel like most people are requesting you for space. She goes, I got 2 car seats in the captain seats and my trunk is full. It's like, all right.
That's a bad Uber.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
She gets out to help us and left foot has a sock and shoe on it. Normal. Right foot, nothing.
But has feet. It's not like a prosthetic or something.
Has feet. She just likes to keep her driving foot clean, I guess. So just walking on the concrete with a bare foot. This is already right away. This is interesting. This is
Missouri.
Fun.
Oklahoma.
But so quickly, I went from annoyed to just in love. This woman was awesome.
Really?
She was playing T-Pain. Alan's sitting shotgun with her, and the conversation they were having, I was like, I missed the first part. I don't know how you're talking about this, but Alan's like, yeah, I don't dance too often. And she's like, oh, Alan, I bet you got some moves, Alan. And so then they're talking, and she's telling Alan dance moves he should do when we go to the club.
No way.
We learned that her favorite movie is the 5th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise, which just seemed very off-brand. And which is funny.
5th installment, because there's 9 now.
There are 9.
She had to choose one of those.
And she doesn't like the first 4, which was so funny to me. Imagine not liking
but
4
still
straight installments. What if the next one's better?
I think I'm holding out for one more
and
for Vin.
After the 5th one, she's like, that's why I did it. That is why I put up with the first 4 for this.
That's unbelievable.
It was just so funny. It was just she loves the 5th one, and she didn't like the first 4. She goes 5th, then 9th. Those are her 2 favorites. Alan and I were trying to say, what about Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
That's a good one. She's like, no.
I don't get down on that.
Fast and Furious. Good song. She gets to talk about her son. This part got not as funny. It was a little sad. She's like, my son kind of weird. I'm like, oh, really? She's like, yeah, he's
he uses 2 feet, 2 socks, 2 shoes. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. She's like, yeah, I don't know about him. He's dyeing his hair. He's got nose rings. And Alan's being just so nice. Hey, that's all right. He's a teenager, people, just they change. They go through phases. She's like, I used to scream at him. Now I just stare at him, which is a pretty funny line, but kind of sad. And they're just I wrote this part down. He good with computers, but he real slow with other stuff. Which
we only need one thing.
She was just flabbergasted
that
there might be differences in intelligence. I don't get it.
He's good at math, but he's not good at writing.
And we're just okay.
Yeah.
So just next to the pro shop is good. Right up here is fine.
Yeah. Thanks for making us put our bags in between our legs.
Yeah. I had both of our clubs in my lap. It was fun.
That's funny.
So shout out to, what was her name? Gwyneth or something like that.
Gwyneth.
I think it was something. Gertrude. Okay. It was Gertrude. Got it. Anyway, back
was
to you.
Really?
Yeah,
Gertrude.
Literally.
Gertie. Do you have how much charge do you have on your?
What do you need?
I need 95% more to be 100. Okay, I got a shout out to Patreon member Jibber Jabber.
Okay.
That is a code name, I think. We usually have a $5, $10, and $15 tiers. She chose to do $30.
Jibber Jabber.
Jibber Jabber.
Now, of course, Jibber Jabber has gone for $30. Of course.
Of course, her name is Jibber and Jabber, and that's. I don't know what to say except for just thank you, Jibber Jabber, for upping your Patreon membership for us.
Keep on jibbing, keep on jabbing.
Right. I saw that randomly. I don't check to see how much everyone's putting in all the time, but
you
that
just assume.
Came up. Yeah, I just assume everyone's doing 50. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was just amazing. That's so kind and so nice. So thank you, Jibber Jabber.
Jibber Jabber. Shout out to you. My next and final shout out, I think, goes to Dylan. This is the guy.
Dylan. This is one of the stories.
This is the guy that Trey knows. He was in charge of the VIP section. And just for a guy, he looks exactly like the guy that works at a nightclub. He looks awesome.
I can't believe that's Trey's friend.
You saw him.
I saw a picture. Trey put it on his Instagram.
I don't think he's always had the neck tattoos.
Yeah.
But he is my favorite guy with neck tattoos now.
Oh, really?
Second, probably Yadier Molina.
Okay.
I don't know who third is.
I can't think of a third person right now.
I'm sure I've met some people. Yeah. Anyway, he was awesome. He's kind of giving us a rundown of the night. So you're going to do this when you get to the club. And he's like, hey, and y'all, it's St. Louis. It's Sunday night, or it's Saturday night. Be safe, you guys. We're like, yeah. And he's like, no. Hey, I want you guys to be safe tonight. You got like really serious, and it got scary. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go anymore.
Yeah, can I just go back to the bus and poop?
I just waddle home.
Yeah.
He was like, no, seriously, like as you're walking to the club, like definitely be safe.
Okay, can you give us like some tips or something?
Can I get like a quick like survival guide on what to do?
What's up?
What's up, Brad? May I borrow your truck, please, for like 30 minutes?
Sure. Make sure you're home soon, because I gotta go. This is Isaac.
Sorry.
Isaac's
This is
21.
This is Isaac.
I feel like I can do this now.
Isaac is 21. He
Maybe
can.
my keys are in the truck. I think maybe.
Smart.
I don't know.
Smart. He can
Oh,
drive.
no,
trucks.
here there.
Thanks.
Where are you going?
Home Depot. I need plywood.
Depot. P Wood.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
It's okay.
Okay, neck tattoos.
Definitely be safe. But I
Yeah.
gotta say, Dylan made me feel so cool because Trey and Alan and Katie and all them like Ubered separately. And what was it? Oh, I was talking. My parents came to the show. I was talking to my parents and my college roommate Ethan and his wife Simply Put Paige.
Yes.
It was so fun. They were sitting front row, and it was so fun to see them and my parents at the same show. They got to see Paul and D, good with numbers.
Mhm.
Got a call.
Pauly D.
Bolly D. I threw some Paula Dean jokes in there, but anyway. So there was it seemed like a pretty hopping nightclub. So good for Dylan. Like so many people in line to get in. Hordes
This
of
guy's
people
the
up front.
manager
of the VIP section.
Okay.
So anyway, Trey's like, here's Dylan's number. Call him when you get there. So I call him. He answers and it's just like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. I'm like, how? This is not going to go well. And he goes, are you here? And I was like, yeah, I'm here. But there's people around me, so I don't necessarily want to scream. He's like, are you here? And so I just kind of have to be like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I'm coming. And then within 25 seconds, he was out there and he's like, Jake, my man, what's up? And he's like pushing through the crowd of people. I'm pushing through the crowd of people. Dap up, and he just like yanks me through everyone. I felt so cool. Everyone's like, who is this guy? First of all, he's the only guy not in a Halloween costume because he didn't plan ahead. Second of all, like I just felt so cool. We go up to the VIP section. We're above everyone. I've never been in this scenario where I'm in the VIP like bottle service area.
Yeah.
Feeling totally at home, totally comfortable.
You're like, what kind of Dr. Peppers do you have?
So what's on tap with 23 flavors tonight?
Yeah. Can I get a gin and tonic minus the tonic?
Oh, throw in some Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. I like dancing is fun, not necessarily in that atmosphere, but the whole like nightclub, like pickup scene, how does anyone pull it off? Like girls would come up to us and talk to us. Like, I think they just saw people in the VIP section, like, what's going on, guys, or whatever. And here's how the conversation would go. Or here's literally how the first one of the night went. Your friend told me you're a comedian. Tell me a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I say, no, thank you. What do you do? And I can't hear her, what she does. And then I say, have a good night. It's just, you can't
sounds
talk.
so fun.
You can't talk. You can't hear.
Yeah.
I'd say one of my, conversationally, one of the main things I bring to the table is probably witty remarks. Do you know how hard it is to get across a witty remark in a nightclub setting? I mean, they're not catching anything.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
What's the point?
The most fun part of the night was that Trey brought a couple of his best friends from Kansas City with us, like on this run of shows. Like they came to Oklahoma City and St. Louis with us. And so Matt O'Neill dressed as Where's Waldo that night, which was already fun. This girl came up to him and was like, hey, I just want to say, she puts his hand on him. Everyone always asks, where's Waldo? But how's Waldo? And he just said, Waldo wants to go home. Waldo wants to go home to his wife. And she was like, okay. But it was really funny. But so we had O'Neill's. He would walk around the nightclub and then I would like have my back turned and then I would try to find him. It was real life Where's Waldo, like amongst all these people.
Oh, really?
Like me and Ryan would compete to try and find Where's Waldo.
That's pretty fun.
It was pretty fun.
That's fun.
And that's nightclubbing. Yeah. That's why you go to the VIP
so
section.
that's what you do at clubs.
It's so
I
fun.
understand now.
Everyone, how's Waldo?
So they didn't it was hard. Did you ever have any conversations with ladies besides that?
I mean, Ryan Zisman. Have you met Zisman?
No, I've heard stories.
Okay, he's a pretty interesting guy. He's fun. I mean, he's one of Trey's best friends, but I'd already even told him, like, he's like, hey, we got to get, like, are you bringing any girls? And I'm like, no, like, I'm not. Like, and he's like, well, we got to introduce you. I'm like, you really don't need to do that. Like, I'm not interested in, like, talking to anyone. It's Halloween, very scantily clad looking ladies here. And anyway, just all night, you got to meet Jake and Alan. They're comedians. And Alan and I are both like, we just want to talk to each other. We don't really want to talk to you guys. No offense to you.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Right.
But I don't want to scream in your ear.
Yeah. And what I bet it would be the worst to hear, like be introduced as a comedian. Cause everyone's always going to be like, tell us something funny.
So you must be pretty funny.
Like no comedian has like a 2-line joke, like knock, knock, like no one's going to sweep you off your feet as a comedian.
So what I do, it's pretty contextual. It's going to be hard to get into it. Were you also born and raised in a Christian home? You might like.
And you know Twilight, right? Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
So Team Jacob. All right. Forget it.
Got it. There's a bit that Aziz Ansari does where he goes to Kanye's house and Kanye's like, "Hey, yo, tell us some jokes."
Oh God.
It's pretty funny. You should look it up sometime.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
But anyway, the main shout out is to Dylan. He was super cool and hooked us up. He's a nice guy. And I didn't drink a single thing that was provided for us for free, but it looked fun.
But it looked like people were enjoying them.
I had gum in. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah. Take it out?
No trash cans in the VIP section.
You just throw it on the ground and somebody like licks it off for you.
Yeah.
That's how VIP works, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'm not one. So, okay. I got a shout out. I got a few more here. I got a shout out to people who shop local. I already, gave a shout out to some of the people that have ordered cutting boards, people that have ordered from me, but just anybody. I mean, obviously gift giving season's coming up. LS Custom Creations loves the support. And no, but for real, Catherine,
who's a shout out for?
It's really for me. No, I don't know. I feel like I've been more convicted myself lately of like Catherine the other day was like, I want to shop all local for all our gifts. Cause she's like, Amazon doesn't need us. Walmart doesn't need us. Local businesses need us.
Okay.
And I was like, you're right.
Patriot, Catherine the Patriot.
That's right. So shout out to those people, including all my friends that have shouted or that have bought stuff from me.
I want to give a shout out to the guy in the front row at the first Oklahoma City show. And I said, what's the secret to marriage? And he said, Halloween decor.
Does he know what marriage is?
I don't know.
Halloween decor.
I said, okay.
Tell me more, buddy.
I assume it's going well.
Yeah.
This time of year. It was a weird answer, but that's it. Just shout out to him.
Okay.
Fun answer.
Shout out to all the ghosties who have this coup on Halloween.
Oh, what happening?
Did you ever figure it out? Did you see the flyer thing?
Flyer?
Yeah.
Guess not.
So Aubrey Magoon. Yeah, I think Aubrey was the original inceptor of the idea. Heather Lee sent out an email to all these people that were like on the email list from the 100th episode list, song that they did. And was like, hey, we're going to blast the ghosties with this.
It was quite the blast.
Yeah. So on our Instagram, all these people started like mentioning us in their stories, with like Ghostrunners themed pumpkin like carvings.
Everyone carved ghosty pumpkins and they were all different. Like they all coordinated. They had to have coordinated. Like you do this one, I do this one.
Maybe.
Like somehow no one repeated the same joke. Like there was a pickleball one. There was like, like they had everything.
And everyone put like hashtag Jake hates pumpkins on there. And that was when it like really tripped me out. I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. Like, you're doing a Ghostrunners themed pumpkin. I guess that's kind of thing that if you're really that big of a fan of us, you would do. But then it was like the Jake hates pumpkin things. I was like, I don't even understand where that's from. And like I said, Seabass knows, things about my episodes that I don't remember. So I'm like, maybe that's something that I don't remember. But people kept doing it over and over again. I was like, how does everyone remember this and know to put Jake hates pumpkins?
Turns out it was not from this podcast. It was from Correct Opinions. That's why you didn't know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, but so many people, probably, I don't even know, 10, 15 people posted, and it like was tripping me out. And then you texted, and I was like, I thought you were like, I don't know what's going on.
I was like, dude, what is happening?
I was like, I don't know what's going on. So shout out to all our awesome fans. I actually think, and this is pretty conceited to say, but I think that next year people will dress up as Jake and Brad. Somebody's going to dress up as Jake and Brad. I'm calling it right now.
That's a fun thought.
Yeah. I just not because like we're so popular, but because our fans that we do have are such like deep fans. You know what I mean?
They will go to links to show support.
They will. So
like Jibber Jabber.
That's right.
Jibber Jabber, you don't need to dress up. You've done enough.
Exactly. So
I don't think I have any more shout outs. I just have a couple more thoughts.
Tell me.
One thought is feel free to DM me personally on my Instagram account for just like house things. Like when you said buy local, that reminded me. Probably not going to buy this super local for like a couch.
Yeah.
But I mean, truly anything. Like, where do you like to get stuff from for a house? Like, I'm probably not going to respond to all of you, but I will read. I promise you, I'll read all of them.
You like recommendations?
Yeah, it's good to know. Like, I mean, guide me.
Yeah,
guide me.
Like anything, and that's
like
the
even
thing.
like I have a Samsung TV and I really like it. I used to have Vizio and it wasn't like anything. Any like preference, anything you've learned.
See, I don't like Do you actually have a Samsung?
I have an LG and I think it's fine. I don't like the user interface, so I wanted to get a different brand.
I don't like Samsungs because at least back in the day, I don't know if they still do this, but they make a noise every time you turn them on and off. Don't like that.
Can't turn that feature off?
No, I don't think so.
You gotta
I Googled it one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Already. Maybe I'll try Vizio.
I may be wrong.
Maybe TSL. Maybe Sony.
Yeah. Sony's like the nicest, I think, isn't it?
Is it? Is there like a unanimous winner?
It's Sony.
Sony. I just told you. It's Sony. So just anything like that. Anything just like these plates are nice.
Yeah.
I'm starting over, baby. Everything is on the table.
Why do you like those kind of cups? Why do you like those spoons? You know? Yeah. Anything and everything.
Anything. Types of blind. I think I'm good on blinds.
You don't know?
Maybe though. Maybe
Blinds,
it's time.
Blinds, there's differences in blinds.
It's time.
Those are called window treatments. Did you know that?
Oh yeah. Weird word. That doesn't describe it right. Treatment.
No.
Yeah.
What would you say instead?
Blinds.
Okay. Perfect.
That's what I would say.
I would
then
say
again,
blinds.
blinds is also not like totally the right word. English just kind of sucks sometimes.
That's what I've always said.
Have you looked at the word yacht recently?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yacht. I have.
Yeah.
I don't know what my other thoughts are. Should we get into voice memos, or you want to say some other stuff, or?
I don't have anything else to say. Thank you for the sales. And that's it. I was looking at my notes.
Hi, Jake and Brad.
Hi.
Hello.
I thought I'd leave a voice memo because I am blonde and my name is Rachel, but I'm not the blonde Rachel from Topgolf.
Oh.
Sorry to disappoint. Anyway, love the podcast. It's definitely the best part of my Monday commute. And I had a question for you guys. So my last name is Kidd, spelled Kidd. And my husband and I are talking about having kids someday soon. And we sometimes joke about the many punny names that go with our last name. So I'm just curious what kind of names you guys can come up with. And thanks for all that you guys do. Love the podcast. Bye-bye.
2 quick thoughts right off the bat. Did she turn on the kitchen sink and then like, all right, now let's start the voice memo?
No, she's a smoker, so she had to roll down all the windows like halfway.
Right. Okay.
You could hear it in her voice. If she sniffed, you would tell. That's a smoker sniff.
Smoke a sniff. Second thought, bummer she's not the Topgolf Rachel.
Bummer.
I would like to stay in touch.
Yeah.
Bummer.
That's okay. Maybe someday.
We'll find her.
I bet if the next time you're at Topgolf.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just keep going back.
What was his name? Some Taz, you didn't hear from me.
Oh, yeah. Never phone Taz.
Never Taz, you didn't hear from me.
Didn't hear from me, guys.
Never Taz, you didn't hear from me. Never Taz, you didn't hear from me.
All right, Brad.
I've been thinking about this for a while. So I have a top 10 list of kid names.
I will try to provide one, maybe
Go ahead,
2.
You start.
Well,
Okay, I'll start. This is for the 90s people out there.
David Letterman style.
You get a organizational plastic device that they put all their little trinkets in, and you call it a kid in caboodle. Okay, this one's for if your kid likes to put his shirt inside of his pants. You would call him Kid Tucky.
Sorry, just real quick. I really thought the format of this was going to be the kid's first name and then the kid's last name.
Okay, yeah, the first 3 that I had that were pretty easy.
Sorry, keep going.
No, those are the easy ones. I put Fat Kid, PHAT, because he's cool.
Yeah.
Slow Kid.
Slow Kid was the first thing I thought
And
of.
then Richard, but we call him Rich Kid.
Nice.
But not the other thing. You jerk.
All
right.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
Okay. We're this is if you have twins and there's a boy and a girl. You're going to have Boomer and Angie, and together there would be one name called Boomerang, and they would be the Comeback Kids.
I get it. Boomerang.
Okay, so this one's not necessarily a name, but this is more just, instead of no soliciting signs that you have up, just put up a sign that says kidnapping every day at 2.
Hey, I thought of one. Can I pause?
Okay.
Your kid has a drinking problem. But it's always red drinks. And it's always like cocktails or like spirits.
Okay.
Kid red spirits. All right, go on.
Your kid's a fan of Justin Bieber. You name him Leroy. The kid Leroy. Yeah. He's a sports fan.
What?
You write your name on the basketball so they don't lose it, and you call it the Kid Rock. Basketball rock.
Really thought you just go Jason Kidd.
I'm reading these now. You dedicate a brick to your alma mater and you do a baby announcement for every child with the phrase. So you send this out to people. New kids on the block.
That was an instant snapper. That was good.
All right. If he's really fast, you call him the whiz kid.
Or if he has issues with his urethra.
If he's the very initial baby, the firstborn, if you will, you can name him Tade, and you'll be the first Tade kid.
First aid. That one I like.
You like that one?
That was a solid one.
You like that one? And this is the last one, okay?
First aid.
You ready for this one? This one's a stretch.
Really?
If you're into big boats, you could name him Kurt, and he could be the Kurt Yachty kid. The Kurt Yachty kid. Oh! Mic drop on the Kurt Yachty kid.
Kurt Yachty. You're like, so no wonder you have been looking at the word yacht.
Yeah. Wax on, wax off.
Yacht.
You know,
Yeah.
the yacht. That's all I got for the yacht. Go ahead, Jake.
He has no, his name is Brooks because he likes to read Brooks on his Kindle.
That's good. I like that. Kindle. George Kittle. George.
That's nice.
Kid.
He's conceived in the I think it's like the European, like there's a couple sets of Virgin Islands and I don't know which ones they are, but
Okay.
the pun eventually is going to be St. Kitts.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know enough
where that
about
one
the
is.
geography.
St. Kitts.
St. Bart's. It's in that area.
He's a big fan of Drew Brees, so he's the St. Kitts.
All right, Rachel. Hope that helped. Congrats on the blonde
what was
hair.
your favorite one? Did you like Kuryati Kid?
I liked First Aid Kit.
First Aid Kid?
Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's do a few more. That was a good
What
time.
about Boomerang?
Jake and
Boomerang.
Brad, this is Kevin, aka Team Jack Black, recently eliminated from the Ghosty Guillotine League. Just want to give you guys a quick shout out and say thank you for starting the Fantasy Football League. I've played in a lot of different leagues, a lot of different formats, and that has been by far the most fun that I've had. Even though I'm eliminated, I just have to keep checking it. It's riveting. So thanks for putting
awesome.
that together. Just another testament to the great community that you guys have made.
Halloween next
Jake,
year.
Please take care of Josh and Keenan Allen for me. Brad,
Yeah.
I called, left a voice memo about 100 episodes ago.
Whew.
I dared to compare you to Jack Black.
I don't remember that one.
I have grown a lot, thought a lot about it, and I just got to say, yeah, you're Jack Black. Rock on, Mr. Schneebly.
Mr. Schneebly.
I'm trying to think of one of the lines that he says in that movie.
Just call me Mr. S when he's like trying to write it on the board.
Cello.
You got a base.
I love Jack Black, especially in School of Rock. So I take that as a compliment. I'm sure a lot of my humor is because of him and like my delivery and stuff. So that's fair.
Shout out Kevin. Thanks for being such a fan. Thanks for playing in the league. And sorry that your team's out. Bummer, Kevin.
I wouldn't know what that feels like, says Jake.
Because I think bold prediction here. Old Samuel Wheeler. Goodbye this week.
What he said he lost both of his quarterbacks.
He has 0 quarterbacks.
Eh.
I'm actually like, it doesn't matter.
Sometimes quarterbacks can lose you points, so it's kind of an advantage, Sam.
I'm like matched up with him, so I get to see like the head-to-head. Like I'm projected to score 186 points this week, and he is projected to score 87.
Gosh, Sam, I hope you win and Jake loses. Just
There's 100-point difference in projected points. I don't think Sam's gonna
but
pull it
what
off.
if?
Actually, I was like, dude, I believe in you.
Yeah,
He has Davis Mills as his quarterback, who's not projected to play, which
Henry
might be a
Ruggs
good
as his
thing.
receiver.
No, he did have Aaron Rodgers, which is like his saving
yeah.
grace, and now he's gone because he's been immunized, quote unquote. Anyway.
I just saw this message on Patreon from Jibber Jabber.
Oh,
Said, hi, Brad and Jake. I recently found out about your podcast and it's hilarious. I want to thank you for providing entertainment. I'm trying to bake 90 dozen cookies by mid-November. Listening to the Ghostrunners makes the work a lot more interesting. Sorry. 90 dozen cookies.
okay. What a goal.
That's a Jibber Jabber big goal.
Yeah. Throw a couple our way.
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Actually, she's done enough. $30 a month. We can buy our own cookies.
That's true.
We can jib our own jabs. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Next voicemail.
Hey, Jake and Brad. So after months and months of debating if I should become a Patreon, I was listening to today's episode, and when Brad announced that he and Catherine are having another baby, I thought, okay, this is the time. I want to see all the exclusive Ellis Kid content because they're so freaking cute. Congrats to you, Brad. Super exciting. If anyone else is also debating, it's 100% worth it. The March Madness video, Jake, is better than I could have ever imagined.
All right.
But wanted to say thank you both for the joy and let you bring into my life and so many others. You are really doing God's work here. However, I need some advice. I am graduating from Emory University in about a month and a half, and I feel like the constant question I've been asked is, oh, what are you going to do after you graduate? And I hate that question because while it's totally natural for people to ask, I really have no clue what I'm actually going to do. Anyways, I was wondering if you guys could give me some outrageous, wild things to tell people, like I'm going to pursue cheese making or just something that would really throw people off. Anyway, thanks for all you do, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to start a sentence and you're going to end it. Okay?
I like this a lot.
Okay, so what's
Actually,
her name?
real quick before we start, she mentioned the March Madness thing. I was going to tell everyone the March Madness story publicly this episode, but I think it's been such a story-heavy episode. I've already told so many stories. Like, I'll do it next time.
Okay.
Whatever.
Sounds good.
But it's on my mind because I told you guys I'd tell you in like a month or two.
Okay, so what's her name?
Her name is Kaylee, but spelled weird.
Okay, so hey, Kaylee, what are you doing after college? Oh, I'm going to go to Egypt and perfect the art of...
Squares. A lot of people think triangles, but no, we're going to focus on building the perfect square.
Hey, Kaylee, what are you doing after college? Oh, yeah, actually, I got an internship with Kodak. It's not what you think, though. I'm going to be trying my hand at...
Bear massages. We're going to look at Kodak bears and see if we can recreate what a tree does for them.
Yep. Hey, Kaylee, good to see you. You too. What are you up to after college? You know, I tried to play bassoon at one point in my life and kind of struggled with that. But thanks to my uncle and $15,000, I'm actually going to...
See how hard dentistry can actually be.
Yep. Hi, Kaylee! ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué vas a hacer post la universidad? Oh, hello, Señor Ramos. Actually, my grandma, as you know, just passed away, and she was a hoarder, and so I am going to take the 15,000 pounds of yarn that she had, and
I'm going to try to trap bees.
Hey, Kaylee, how's it going? Whoa, big straw in your cup. You're telling me. What are you doing post-college life? Well, it actually has to do with a lot with the straws. I'm actually going to be starting a documentary that's centered around
straws.
And that's what I would tell her. All those things.
All right, my turn.
Oh,
we gotta reverse the roles.
Oh, I'm not good at the second part, though.
That was so funny.
You're so good at the part.
Am I? I feel like I started better than I ended.
Straws was good.
Hey, Kellen, how's it going?
Kellen.
Actually, it's Kaylee. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't seen you in a while.
Brain burp.
Where is my head today? I haven't had my coffee. Oh my gosh, I love coffee. Yes, it's a bummer they closed down the Bean. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss the Bean when I graduate. Oh, you're graduating soon? Yes. What are you doing afterwards? I don't know. You know, well, funny you mention it. I actually do. I've always loved coffee here, but Brandon, as you know, is moving to Idaho. So
I'm actually going to see if we can extract caffeine from potatoes and put it in tea and then mix it with chocolate syrup and then make a little bit of mocha-tatoes. Told you I was better at the other part.
Hey, Kaylee, cute jeans. Thanks, girl. I got them at... Hey, Kaylee, let me just cut right to the chase. What are you doing post-graduation? Thank you. The jeans are from Zara. You... Beep.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're not friends.
Okay.
If you had come to my capstone presentation, you would know exactly what I'm doing after graduation, but I don't mind telling you because it's pretty cool. Ever heard of Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Ever heard of Kendall Kardashian? I have. I am going to be working with the best of the best. Ever heard of prosthetics?
Yeah. Me?
Comma.
Well, I'm going to be using old walrus tusks to put together prosthetic legs for people who only have one leg, and then they're going to be backup dancers in Taylor Swift's music videos with Kendall Kardashian.
Which, of course, is under the parent company name Tusk It To Me Baby.
Yeah, one more time. Co-owned by Britney Spears. Free Britney.
Yes, it's not toxic anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Kaylee, I think that'll help. Feel free to use a couple.
Which ones did you like the best, Kaylee?
Which ones did you like? Did you like Boomerang?
Boomerang was good. The comeback kids. The comeback. Because of Boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Let me explain a little more.
All right, we should end this. We got stuff to do tonight.
It's crazy hair night at Awana's.
Dude, it's crazy hair night. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It is.
I'm
Do you
certain
think parents are supposed to have crazy hair?
it wouldn't hurt, I think.
I
Solidarity
think I might.
with your children.
Yeah.
To show that you stand for what Awana believes in.
I don't know if I'm going to get there in time because Isaac's got my truck.
No,
still.
Isaac, yeah, we'll figure something out. But
All right.
oh,
We got reviews.
we have some reviews. I will do the big one from Lane Parker. Sweet, sweet girl.
Okay.
Met her in Greensboro, South Carolina at a show. She also came to the Charlotte show, but I don't remember seeing her. So that's a bummer, but she's awesome. She said, "It has taken me a year and a half of listening to finally write this review. Leaving a 5-star review for the Ghostrunners podcast is no joke. But this podcast brings the best jokes. Jake and Brad have kept me listening and laughing longer than any other podcast has before, and das was up. I can't really explain how two best friends talking about sports, fast food, and other mediocre life updates is so enjoyable, but here we are. Ghostrunners is a staple in my work days and car rides, and I keep noticing podcast vernacular such as, oh boy, not bad, and hot dog appearing in my daily conversations. I made a joke to my friend a few weeks ago on a Monday night, and instead of laughing at my incredible sense of humor, she said, you listened to Ghostrunners today, didn't you? To which I responded, of course I did. It's every Monday morning with Jake and Brad. My friends are probably tired of me referencing the pod at this point, but they just don't know what they're missing. Jake and Brad are genuine, hilarious guys who brought together an equally genuine, hilarious community of listeners. Shout out to all the East Coast ghosts who got breakfast together after the Charlotte shows. There's nothing better than meeting up with strangers from the internet. Keep bringing your best, Jake and Brad. Clap emoji. Thank you, Lane Parker. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, Lane.
And cool of everything you said.
Thanks for ordering our cutting board from Alice Custom Creations.
Oh, okay. Shop local.
That's right. Well-traveled Willa. Say that 3 times fast.
No thanks.
Clapping my hands from across the Atlantic, she says, 5 stars. I frequently travel abroad for work, and whenever I am missing home or experiencing culture shock, I turn on a Ghostrunners episode. I'm immediately transported back home to the Midwest, and it feels like I'm listening to a conversation between my best friends. Train stations in Paris, subway stops in Lisbon, and airports in Amsterdam have all witnessed me walking around with the new Ghostrunners episode streaming through my headphones.
Can't afford AirPods? We can go to Amsterdam.
10 out of 10 would recommend. And it just says Brad. It just ends with Brad.
It does say Brad at the end.
Were you going for more and it accidentally pressed submit?
The train stations in Istanbul, you know, they're tricky.
I do
tricky
love,
Wi-Fi.
I love the idea of, listening to this wherever you are, studying abroad. That's so cool.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's right. That's what they call
Left
me.
us a review.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
All right. How about we end this thing, baby?
It's a jingle time.
We got it from Katie Bennett in the house.
Katie Bennett. What do we know about Katie Bennett?
She is...
Actually, I was like, why does the name sound familiar? An hour ago, I got a notification on my phone. Katie Bennett commented, I live in Menominee Falls in Kesha County. Love this segment. Wisco Ghosties want to be friends. She commented on her
Sounds
Instagram.
like that's what we know about her right there.
I know she lives in a county, Kesha County.
All right.
She wrote us a jingle. We're going to perform it now.
Greetings, ghosties. Let's take a journey.
We beat the Giants by 3.
Also, can we
Season's
talk
still
about
alive.
the fact real quick? Last story of the day. We didn't talk about everyone come over to my house to watch the Chiefs on Monday.
Oh, last night?
Was that? Yeah, it was 2 nights ago.
Okay.
You said it was last night about Catherine telling you a story. I was like, that wasn't last night.
I'm stupid.
You are so dumb. No, but we had 10 people maybe come over to our house. One of them being Scott Peck, the most classic Scott movie you've ever heard in your life. Scott was supposed to go to the game. Scott had tickets to the game with his boss and his coworkers, and was in the group chat with us about hey, I think Catherine's going to make some snacks for the game.
It's like, oh, cool.
And Scott's like, I'm feeling the FOMO, from Brad at the Ravens game. And then a couple hours later, he's like, well, guys, I'm coming. I got rid of my tickets. I want to hang out with you guys instead.
I'm coming to see the fire.
The most Scott move I've ever heard in my life. And it was great. It was so much fun.
And he made it. And he brought a big old bowl of puppy chow.
Big old pea chow bowl.
Yeah.
So shout out to Scott Sell.
Scott Sell, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. See a massive Chiefs win over the 2-6 Giants.
I still believe, guys.
Brad and I are the most optimistic Kansas City fans maybe in the entire city, but what other way would you want to be rather than an optimistic sports fan?
Seriously.
It's way
so
more fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So we're still going to win.
We're back. We're back.
We're winners. We're
fine.
going to win.
Hey, Katie Bennett, thanks for the awesome jingle. That was fun. Good throwback there to 2011 or so. Thank you guys for listening to this episode and all the other episodes, Seabass. Appreciate you guys.
That's it. Yeah, that's the cookie wrap.
That's it.
That's it. We love you guys. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye. Love you, Catherine.
Yep.